105 against 130. And what you go Golden State Warriors are almost Tifim, Chase Center, any Etima, your fan Detroit Pistons, Etma Boy, Banner Nurse Golden State Warriors, Etmatinafia winning 113 against 109, and no air so far NBA, Uramo regular season on. So far now, matching notable games a program, and a major Jamuyampo, Esudiamamon, Mamin touch way down from CBF, Opiamo Brazil, Football Confederation, Memfan to a name, SNW to a name, Esopiama, Ewa Sapaya, Omukocha, Okochi, and Esopiamora, your friend Ednardo Rodriguez, where President must CBF, a password in the bar, no, Felipe Luis, a bear coordinator, Edama Brazil national team, and Opaya after 184 days, Fernando Diniz, Omo Etimia Pamano, say, and you know, and the Air Brazil national team, so, and no air so far, the floor ever, ye Jamu Edamamon, and ne Anopay Ewo so, Mammy breakaway down, and Famamon, as the 10 most valuable players, our world, according to a CIES football observatory for, and that is a survey yaba, so far football, we are seeing now players are, market value, no, I was Ropa, a Jude Bellingham, Nebono, 267.5 million euros, and what you know, Ellen Holland, 251 million euros, what the second, and your Vinicius Junior, on your 250 million euros, and a Rodrigo, as well 248 million euros, and your Bukayo Saka, at the FIFA, on your 248 million euros, on your 223 million euros, and your 414, 196 million euros, and your Gavi, 175 million euros, Uko Ether, your Julian Alvarez, or Bodman Manchester City, the Argentine, on 165 million euros, and a Jamal Musiala at the 9th position, on your 152 million euros, and a Pierre Martin Odegaard, as well 151 million euros, and your top 10 most valuable players, we are saying, according to a CIES football observatory for and a Diabetuka. Now, himself Van Dijk, sir, or you're a big fan of Afrobeat, and you know, friend Afrobeat, you know, Van Dijk, Liverpool, or defender, where you're the Afrobeat papa, Nina say, a bra all rum, Aquacam, Bearcama, on Liverpool, our FA Cup, Uroma, Ted Runner, on Bepimo, Emmet, Arsenal, and now Quacobo, now Banta Van Dijk, Aquanom, Nessa Asaka Music, Nessa Omunumna, Yatun did organize, no, and a Brantana, your friend Van Dijk, ought to be, and Wolfland vibes, you know, El Quasrosa, also Unimum to say, and Musana, but Biamasana vibes, you know, at me show Kakra, no Biaswet my Kama, and no Eddie Van Dijk, now so Eban, ye Jejam Edamamo, and the Ewo Median song, Namamin Romo AFCON, and no African Cup of Nations, and Chebetuka, Ewo Ivory Coast, and then our trip pep, Nesset Mediano, as we ate Mashas here, now Ukoko Roma, Noma P, and a bit ram, na so far, I just saw me a friend in Tunisia, officially Nua, or Metmo Valley or Mujessisa, pay you sue at the AFCON, not me say, Bako a red, and I just say, the white Kakawan corner, and a Baksia whiter, a shooting a whiter, the corner of the red Kakram, as wet mato to her, and no air Tunisia, the Carthage Eagles of Tunisia, or Mujessisa Ram, or Mon Valley, and no, and what you Pima, the silly nationals of Guinea, and no Upima, Nessana Picata, and a Bante Seu Grassi, Omusunra, Omupa, Omujessisa, Omudipa Afcono, Omupa Untuma, and no Eletes Aba, me Jam Jamamon, Namipacho, answer Afcon, Ayaquanon, or Baba Coupe, and a Bayer, a Baba Refusinum, or Bekambi, and a corner Zenet Makalima, a corner Zenet Makalina, or no Free South Africa, na most stylish female referee, no, I want Africa, na Obanbe the first woman, Obetmo official team in the history of AFCON, Ewo AFCON, Ebetuka, Eso Ewo Ivory Coast, and we are Baba Wanam, or will be baby, ni Sunkumalewaye, ni Popologia, no son Tomotoro, and also the Bruta, and no Edia Bamidemamon, no Rama, me patron newspaper, you're from Muntaka newspaper, or much me a presentation being at Yama Morocco, or more goalkeeper, your friend Yasin Bono, nyina say why receive a Golden Lion Award. And no a award yedima the best African player. Now the best African player in the year 2023. Acquired my Yasin Bono or no anapema newspaper. Yevani Al Muntaka for etimi Jamanon. Wabe the first Moroccan with Majisa Basbodi NB and no Ediaba me jam Edama Munano Pine. None Sakaf and Penny form etimi announcement aba. Na official announcement Kafu for the Abanon. Ninana so Puma a plane a be official airline at the Ama AFCON Air Cote d'Ivoire and no air official career for AFCON in Trans AFCON Opiamo Avicosa in Kobe Prenebe Koso Opiamo San Pedro Opiamo Abidjan Yamo Sokro and Ememia Bebran a Yadia Sabe Contuamo Peplena a day air penny for guest outdoor a Peco Babian or Muyabia Nasa Air Cote d'Ivoire at the official plane car 40 man also at the Passomin Air Juma and no at the bar ye jam at Damamon na Victor Osimhen Alatan, you know, and Nua, Okopiamo, and Umreno, on set team no UAG, Nigeria Super Eagles, or more UAE Abu Dhabi, or more air preparation. Now, no, Omuramo, or team dinner, and that team Nina, staff need a plain body, as original, a man standing ovation. At they almost were winning African Footballer of the Year, and Josamu Bonabaso, and Pom Bonabaso, and a Pia Kama. Now, Nigeria force on chat and I talk, and if there's a chat to buy, almost Afibiana, Nigeria nin ebe winning African Footballer of the Year, no, Safino, AFCON, Koswa, Omutimi Eko Rufana, and yes, Mumaye, a records in Bia. 1994, Obeka Rashid Yakini, and a J African Footballer of the Year. Now, what this Sabas body, or the Omaya friend Nigeria, Eko AFCON, Fana, Emoche Zambia, Esha Omomoje, and on quarter 1999, in one Kukano, and a J African Footballer of the Year. Nigeria force and so Omukopion Mukofana, Emma penalties and a Cameroon, actually, Eddie Kruani from him, and it's a Victor Osimhen, a team African Football of the Year, and your chat, Akwe Osoko, Umbekwa 1-1. I'm not set ato, as so Eddie Amawomo, and no Eddie Baye Jam Jamamon. Na Nigeria, for the first time, me Pacho Koroma, Norma Ekwe, as so Eddie Amawomo, na Victor Osimhen, we are Domase, as that what Dima woman. Nina say, was it Omo Bavico Somoma, as Omo Ba Ababe Choke, Omo Ba the most important 10, as some Betimaba, no Ababe J AFCON, and then some of the African Football of the Year, Victor Osimhen, and Rabrawo Abu Dhabi, LUAG, Omu Team Dinner, Omuman Ovation, as what winning award, and no Edeba, Ye Jejamon, as for Edamam, and Ewo Jumadian so, now you go shooting Konyaso, you're breaking Oma down, attaching Oma down. For the first time, Super Eagles, almost 3 goalkeepers now, or much measure I training their bomb, where Stanley in Wabilia, or no Esakadba Chipa United, or South Africa, and a Francis Uzo, or no Omonia FC or Cyprus, and a Oloranleke Ojo, also a Nimba, or much my training a bomb with Pia Kama. Now, Super Eagles was striker be, ye very Paul Onuachu was a disadvantage, so you plan I attend here. We are Odogo now, a disadvantage, Papa. And if that's open, not then I walk as was a show. We attend here, want to so be a theatre on speed. Why you fast, agility, I come on. As soon as sound money now we attend here, we speed, Ayana and call a fast movement, and ye fast movement, and a fast rotation, any agility, we attend our like a son woman, and we are Obia, we are theatre, and we are so there to go. We are so name, I'm in Pobia, wow, bath, we are 28-year-old Mauritiana, or goalkeeper, a fan of Babaka, and Yasi, or no a 6 feet 3 inches tall. Now, when you arrive, El Mauritania, or Mocampa, or also Osaka friendly tune Edma Ekenkamp, and you say what touch it down on some Mauritania Group D, Omane Algeria, B Fason Angola, and the same group, a goalkeeper net touch it down, and no Edeba, Ye Jamu Edamamon, Ewo Ekmadian so, not jogging club, and me patch one ɔne Salah di nkɔmmɔ bi na ɔsɛ abra wo gya Salah kwam na kɔ no ɔka kyerɛ Salah ɛyɛ jokes agorɔ no mu de ɔka kyerɛ sɛ wo deɛ wo kɔ no me mpa ɛbɔ yɛ baako pɛ makɔ me nkotodwa ne ɛna Mo Mary adoma hyɛwma awurade no ntena ɛna Roman for Rose no wɔse ne kama adɛ a wɔsɛ ɔbɔ mpa sɛ nka group stages na next the Pharaohs of Egypt atimi afrim ɛsa na sɛ ne forward solution a ɔpɛ Salah no one ɔde ne ba no and 10 no ɔbɛyɛ adwuma da mo na wobɛka yɛ 2022 Jurgen Klopp kro yɛ ho ba adwama ɛma ne nya very intense criticism ne nyina nso ɔkɔkaeɛ ɛsɛ AFCON kra little tournament ɛma pressure upon pressure so ɔhye a ɛma bu akura kɔ no ɔkra no fo no ebi tisi ne so ɛnɛ gye sɛ wokɔpie mu Egypt a ɔmo se ɔmo nim aba yarefoɔ owura na ɛbɛbɔ ne tiri so no na pampa so saa agorɔ no ɔgya ɔmo afa ne serious ɛno ɛdeɛ ba yɛgya mu ɛde ama mo na nɔpɛ na AFCON no yɛmfa ntodwa sɛ wɔpɛ top 10 highest paid coaches a ɔmo wura mu a na ɛsɛ coaches ɔmo akatu asɛm no wɔ soro ɛnɛ wobɛte no wɔsom sika bɔsome Chris Wooten ne nsatimika coach a ɔgye sika paa Jamel Belmadi Algeria upiem ɛwɔ the Desert Foxes of Algeria ɔmo coach no every month wɔm twa ne ka $208,000 ɛna ɔmo dema no ɛno akyi Rio Victoria ɛwɔ Egypt ɔne dam second ɔgye 200,000 euros mepatro euros no ɔmo gye wei ɛyɛ Jamal Belmadi ɔgye 208,000 euros ɛna Roma Rio Victoria ɛgye 200,000 euros ɛna Jean-Louis Gasset ɔno wɔ Ivory Coast 108,000 euros ɛna Jose Pesero ɛwɔ Nigeria ɔno so gye ɛyɛ sika ɛyɛ 70,000 euros ɛna Walid Regragui ɛwɔ Morocco ɔno gye 60,000 euros a month ɛna Hugo Bruce ɛwɔ South Africa wɔgye 50,000 euros a month ɛna Aliou Cisse ɛwɔ ɛyɛ Senegal wɔgye 46,000 euros ɛna Pima Chris Wooten ɛwɔ Ghana yɛ Black Stars coach no wɔgye 46,000 euros and wɔgye a month ɛna Rico Bertsong ɛwɔ ɛyɛ Cameroon wɔgye 29,000 euros ɛna Jalil Kadri ɛwɔ Tunisia ɔgye 11,000 euros a month ɛno ɛdeɛ ba na ɛno Roman ɛyɛ pre-AFCON friendlies bi bɛtodwa na ɛsɛ countries ɛba AFCON no ebi bɛbɔ friendly games na Roman bɔ 11 AM ya DR Congo ɛne Angola Asia ɛno akyɛbɔ 2 PM a Mozambique ɛbɔ Lesotho Ivory Coast 5 PM ɔne Sierra Leone ɛbɛbɔ na 5:30 ɛno ɛyɛ Tunisia ne Mauritania na 7 PM Mali ne Guinea ɛso ɛde apem so na ɛno akyi no PM anora yɛnya 2 international friendlies a ɛtɔ dwa wɔ abi PM ade nya so ɔmo prepare for AFCON ɛno akɔ PM Togo ɔmo national team A no ɛne Algeria ɔnso Algeria fa be PM Lomi Togo ɛna ɔmo prepare na anora ɔmo game ne pa na wiye na Algeria akyi Togo abom 3 abra Togo 20 ɛne Rami Bansibani ɔhyɛ 2 goals ɛna Islam Slamini ɛde baako ka ho ɛno akyi Iran akyi Burkina Faso ɛhyɛ ɔmo ɛka mienu a Burkina Faso ɛte ɛka no baako na wura mu abibram a African clubs no mo Africa deɛ ne players ɛkɔ AFCON dodo pa no ɛne open Mamelodi Sundowns ɔmo 11 players ɛna ɛkɔ AFCON ɛno akyi Nadi Alali ɛwɔ 10 players a ɔmo kɔ AFCON Pyramid ɛwɔ 9 players a ɔmo kɔ Simba wɔ 7 players ɛna Orlando Pirates ɛwɔ 6 players ɛno yɛ deɛ teɛ yɛde mam kɔtɔkɔ ɛwɔ 1 player ɔno so ɛkɔ bi mediama ɛso wɔ players a ɔmo so ɛwuram ɛno ɛdeɛ pa yɛ gyegya mo na pem a yɛmfa nto ɛnem ɛwɔ abra yɛde nsɛm pii ɛso yɛ gyegya mo ɛso ɛde ama mo ɛwɔ ɛyɛ dwumadie no so yɛgu so ɛte nkonnwa so yɛm breaking it down ɛso ɛmfa ma mo na wura mo England a FA Cup round 3 ɛnora games bi to dwa Brentford ɛne Wolverhampton Wanderers ɛbɔ 1-1 Fulham ɛtena fie atwa Rotherham United ɛka ɛbaako man 20 na Tottenham Hotspur atwa Burnley ɛka baako man 20 ɛnɛ games bi to dwa notable ones no ɛbɔ 12:45 a ɛno Sunderland ɛbɔ Newcastle United ɛna ɛbɔ 3 PM a Gillingham ɛbɔ Sheffield United ɛkyina ɛbɔ 2 PM a Luton Town ɛbɔ Bolton Wanderers ɛbɔ 2 PM kyina Manchester City ɛbɔ Huddersfield Town ɛnyɛ bisa Pep Guardiola ɛsɛ boy ne friend Rodri no wɔbɛbɔ biane fisi atese so ni wa no ma enkoe ɛmfa mamam Pep Guardiola se family ɛyɛ important na Rodri ne nana aka nkyina gu wadan bonkum so sɛde Abu Dhabi ne nana adan bonkum so no enti Rodri ɛno ɔmama na kwanya ɛsɛ ɔmepiem Madrid ɛnora ne nɛ ɔbɛ spend no Madrid ɔbɛ bedru ene enwura na se china no pa na no manyina ye no prayer obetuma bobi at the Manchester City tell this for town na no chi Northern Forest so ebe Betia Blackpool and you 2 p.m. West Ham United and Bristol City and you 2 p.m. Arsenal Liverpool and no aye 4:30 na Arsenal me patrol Liverpool for search na on be so mo third kit no and the share Betia Arsenal na suggest no almost the entom be hye ya dey say the show support at the no more red campaign no more red campaign on suggest no kokko ba ko kura nim enu ntina Liverpool for be suggest no enu ya dey but not Manchester United akomia United no say bibia dedam owura say Jim Ratcliffe percentage no benya no normal dedam pe owura so far say potential footballing structure at Manchester United no say NPA say Jim Ratcliffe ko owner na David Brentford aye chairman na Jean-Claude Blanc aye CEO na Dan Ashworth aye director of football na Paul Mitchell aye head of recruitment na Eric Tenag aye manager no edeba ye jam edamamo na enra ya nya signal na say upema total agreement etima to jam between Bamunchin and Tottenham Hotspur ni nyina say Eric Dyer omo say omo peno Bamunchin Allianz Arena na yekobusa openyeven and Postecoglou Tottenham boss openyim and what game na mo bono ya wonu Eric Dyer wo na ni nyina say okọ Bamunchin na ya tekwa so sign contract akosi 2025 June I'm a fee because 5 million euros. APM wasimasa. Don't question my integrity. And as all question to Adobofu. What's it that be? When I say he is injured. He is injured. Mimi so prayer ozu bebu sam say okọ Bamunchin wa mo biana. Where samasa na will question my integrity. And you some and Postecoglou. Edi to Gadiman Central for now kopima Red Bull Salzburg. Or motimi assign Timo Horn. Where you goalkeeper 30 years since summer no a free agent. One could join the team bia. Now the contract no see if Samuel course the season no pepper na we na Boston Swine Tiger and the dear to just one wire prediction. For some competitions way omo epeje was so Bundesliga Bamunchin epeje Premier League no Aston Villa and epeje and a Champions League and so Bamunchin and a Europa League Leverkusen and a Euro 2024 England and epeje and no and summer or there to ga ya de ama munano pen na so free Spain banano pay as a killing Mbappe so nya pemo Real Madrid and ya de sana watwe Sika Jude Bellingham genom or bet more than the Jude Bellingham genom Jude Bellingham waji wikibiano 480,000 euros and a Jude Bellingham every 7 days 480,000 euros and a Jude Edgem a piano medema killing Mbappe or ba or mama more than that and no edge dawa ya de amam ewotmedian so yem pemo Italy a brand na yan twanian fancy o pema Serie A and no Bologna and Genoa 1-1 and boy 11:30 a.m. Inter boy against Verona and watch about 2 Frosinone Bob Moinza and watch about 5 Lecce about Cagliari and a 7:45 Sassuolo boy Fiorentina and watch China boy 11:30 anopa Empoli boy AC Milan and a Torino in Napoli Lecce 2 p.m. China na Udinese Lazio 2 p.m. Salernitana omo ansha yenanuya Coppa Italia Juve Bom 6-1 China Omusani Juve Asia and you are China 5 and a 7:45 China Roman Atalanta so Eddie Ebepem so no Eddie Tenya Suran Sama Dua your Bob Wano and ne anopai or final lap Juma Deno so Braya touching it down now you're breaking it down now you're knocking it down now you're Jamu Yampono Yamfa Ensia Michael Asarbotu Mickey Young Roman Samno Dotwana and Diego Nakwe Saturday. The Mobiam Yatia for no Yashafon and Shadowson. As ye transmitted live from Kumasi Sports Stadium, Heroes Park. And Jawo, Intino, Omonshana, Bibia, and Yakama. Mause, Brano Swabetanase. Brano Swabeta. Mitunka. I had you Musaso Timenka and Musa Luta. No, we start technicians, no. The sports messiah, I don't know.
Luther.
Bibia boko de.
Me nua nyame adoma hwe any experience bibia de dayi.
Ye de nyame ase, ye de nyame ase.
Yegusu ekokọ.
Ye kokọ.
Ye kokọ.
Say ye wia ye jam kwan ne ana.
Bibia o me wo fansem.
Bibia ni wo fansem. Sanctioned by Apostle.
Oh, so was sanction. And they were sanction. And they so, but me wo fan movement.
Aye. Okay. Boga.
Allow for me wa.
Boga.
Pam pam. Amulangai.
We are boga for.
Boda ya feni minta. Amba kwa tono.
Agenda mai.
Kimi tazi di opeska o.
Professor Mintano no.
Ebi anya prof. Minta.
That
is how come you can in terms of when I saw to Kwa Bridge Lava.
Another banger.
Also, Kwa Bridge Lava.
Luther, interestingly, there are a lot of movements this morning when it comes to the transfer market.
Okay.
Say, yeah, sure. The Ekika Kono on say already medical before I'm what I say. Operation Saudi Arabia, Karim Benzema no Roberto Firmino.
Yeah.
But you see, Roberto Firmino, yeah, it's difficult to beat me a movie because most of the clubs, in terms of Nisika or Beijing in the week, and Omunina also per operation no as a loan, Alali so per operation no as a permanent transfer. Say Obeko. Na wakakusi akan ediama any other team obi nya akonya so beko no wakakusi akan ediama no. And coach Efene Matthias Ejesile, very difficult for him to start games. And it has become quite questionable when it comes to the commitment to Alali for the long term.
Okay.
You see, and the almost said then now will be our address or full amount of money so the beton. Nottingham Forest ne show concern but open loan. It and only quite difficult on that particular kind of side for Roberto Firmino. The contract will 2026. The contract will 2026. Okay. But another pay news Bob Bane say Timo Werner to Tottenham Hotspur.
Hey, Manchester United they are now shifting.
Timo Werner to Tottenham Hotspur. Me no can say incommodity take place and now pay between Tottenham Hotspur and Leipzig in penny for.
Okay.
Now Timo Werner will move away from the training base of RB Leipzig straight back to London.
From Chelsea
to RB Leipzig, then to Tottenham Hotspur for a 6 months loan.
Okay.
6 months loan. Anna Timo Werner ebe sign ede ama Tottenham Hotspur. On say ublemu Tottenham Hotspur bebre nye yi in the kind of situation omu hu omu self room no. Omaton Hurricane omo enya replacement. Richarlison the bar na nsia na afa kakra de ama no.
Okay.
Then after Richarlison no omatimi abo mo ho modern asa so enya Son Heung-min na ono so she goals the momo. But Son Heung-min so ko Asian Cup. It is striker be na ade ne bebo. So they need to get into the market, make sure they get a makeshift. Na afi de omatimi enya a level of headed performance bia omo here in the long run e betimi akoye di amomo. So in context, if they are getting Timo Werner assistance, any omunkumudidi ne City corner there, I perfectly agree. Set on Tottenham Hotspur, ebenyano no more than about per almost style of play. What they want to do, I think, is going to be a good signing for Tottenham Hotspur. Looking at running in behind the defensive lines, or coordinating and or try some linking up with the other attackers, especially with fullbacks or more pace. Pedro Porro, Udogimo, so Onion Bedi Jumano. I think Timo Werner could be a very good signing for Tottenham Hotspur in the next 6 months, especially when Euros is drawing closer.
Okay.
Opportunity to go to the Euros. It so at to nyoma ye no ama performance ni mu ampija. Na when your opportunity and kwanko shema, they sure say as we share ebetimi abaye pa. Let me say Sasa Kalazet or come back to Frankfurt. And bibia. And we're joining Frankfurt for a loan, not necessarily on a permanent deal.
Okay.
After loan is for better na say din komo. Say beton for this particular amount of price. Amanaba bisi akan e de ama omo. Na eno na yebenya eye Juventus. Juventus ni abrante bi e fe no eye Thiago Jallo. E din komo say ombenya akonya no ma sign from Lille for 3 million euros. Nan komo de Thiago Jallo ababeshe. Medical catch say Juventus in Shedeniska. They are trying to extend the contract of Adrien Rabiot. Na nan komo pe Felipe Anderson. Felipe Anderson contract be wu this particular summer. It is a wu this summer dia. Komo penisa kombenya the price for fufu bi e wo form. Nan komo fa ni January. But last year and Adrien say oh nya ni January way. So if they decided say be fa ni dia this one mo twen. Emma Felipe Anderson no contract ni wu. And sana Ombeja no kwana so aba free or aba free. That was the same with the way Henrik Mkhitaryan your man is City here there. echo it Juventus there maybe omujande se Thiago Jallo na ana omotete ho na omokofa no but Inter Milan so tetale e se nko munya Thiago Jallo na ka omo so ni beji ho yi pass nko betima afa no ama na ba be si akan e de amomo na eno la luta si e movie on na Jadon Sancho to Borussia Dortmund eno na ka aka nyoma bi ka nyoma na ya ye basa enoma nka ya say ni na Manchester United any Dortmund di nkomo ni nyina na Dortmund ntia na Dortmund pay 25 million pounds san kan loan ni wia nanka 25 million pounds nanka omatwia ana Manchester United say there bi muntimi ntoto momone mfa hye yanu na akire mu be cancer foforo mfa nkire ye say enete na nkofa asem foforo bi amfa mba iti 25 million pounds ne de maka de ba ye nsom ye be ma brante nanka sa tena na wotena ne nyina anye bone so ba otena said the be ya at the end of the day no the value ne page Manchester United ton na omo nkwan obefa so omo de be dey omo de be ton no it luta where the transfer market now there are various dynamics that are working in then na Paulo Dybala the agent are offering to Manchester United.
Okay, so say release clause no 12 million euros,
release clause near 12 million euros and they're valid for 10 days
from 15th January kono
for 15th January kono valid for 10 days. It is valid for 10 days there. Any club be open be and any menu ya and luta also to me making sure say what to me atam scan their no akwa fan there but they know say Manchester United here an attacker any menu ya to make sure somebody best or to no problem no but luta 12 million euros for Paulo Dybala unless Manchester United turn players nibi
sir
yes and the other thing you know say Anthony Martial there has been 7 million euros offer from Turkey.
Okay.
From Fenerbahce. So if it is realistic and Manchester United can do business with Fenerbahce, omenya 7 million euros, then omo the loan fee for Jadon Sancho libi, and then the salary ni be betimi attach kakra just to balance the books and get Paulo Dybala. But the question I ask myself here say, Manchester United bro mo brain na no. You are going to do things under a new authority, under a new structure. For Paulo Dybala the number unless you pick him on loan so I mean sure say AS Roma will be allowed and as on catch Roma say by force Paulo Dybala loan no so the amount within that particular 6 months period no. So I don't think it is quite feasible. But Manchester United is still exploring the market for an attacker to come and help the team celebrate almost a results or here. Now I know Bruno Guimaraes ankasa no checking the release clause e wo Newcastle e gina 115 million euros. Wa open bia no was a particular amount of money in the summer betima ba be fa no. Na Paris Saint-Germain de omani atete ho no ma abruma. Omo said to omo na se kakra because mo ni say January e be very difficult. But they are trying to work their way around the FFP situation around Newcastle.
Okay.
Definitely Newcastle struggle with injuries. Omo ni say Newcastle be here signings. Itika January komu de omuti brumwa baby na komutimi etwa 115 million euros na me sure say kebi aka Newcastle betimi age by Newcastle baby omusu gina so de masa onko omu star player no normal hwe ne yo beto so be 8 so omuti anye ya ombetimi atoso be 8
ntinye easy so ombejan no
ntinye easy se ombejan no se onko na onko si akan enfama obi foforo itiene de PSG bebo maboma ise bi omutimi nya abotre na I think say players be free baby na nyoma bi so pick up the mob bi ne Eric Dyer one Bayern Munich na entia yete na no pa ni ese Luther abrante ne de wanya ka che Bayern Munich so obebo Tottenham Hotspur so ma green light ni so mu nkipi Eric Dyer ma na ntina fa ako enye se be chichiro nsa gu achi se ma wonko. Now the only issue ni say Bayern Munich campaign for be ma the green light say Mumfa official offer ni nkoto Tottenham Hotspur ni mi esili deal no. Maybe ejina no. Thomas Tuchel is convinced about Eric Dyer. We're convinced about the potential. And why not say Opeso use as a center back, any a defensive midfielder in this particular instance. Already in the summer, Pacho say a defensive midfielder. And on Monday Japanina, Edim Komo could do actually of a flight could do Germany. But transfer window no ain't me am permit and a time ain't me am permit. A moment me and real deal no before I sign a transfer window ne babe query Luther. So at a point in time it had to be decided say I was a Joao Palina needs to come back to England, come and continue with Fulham na Osina kind. Kobe Beka say at January we dey cut Bayern Munich push further for Joao Palina. Joao Palina na mu no nim say 65 million euros tabo amode to no so. Anka Bayern Munich twa na ka January dey come bet so Now Kwakwa pay more by Munich. But Bayern Munich is not ready to pay even lesser than that particular fee now. Fulham ebe hwehwe ni muso musa betimi aka. Already Fulham ne Andrew din komo. Andrew osi aka wo Brazil Fluminense. Andrew na Liverpool fo ani abri say dum be commit manya ne de na ba no. Andrew any Fulham din komo do akire and omo hwe ni musa komo nya Andrew mani be pie mu. E wo ye Fulham a kame ye sure say anka by now de kame no ka say anka Japalina can do no komo timi find ways and means bia loan with an obligation to buy or loan with an option to buy for Bayern Munich Kwakwa pay more. But me no ka say there Eric Dyer has given the green light, Tottenham has given the green light, Thomas Tuchel accepts it, but it is left with Bayern Munich say ombe make a further step and make sure say ombe timenya Eric Dyer and then if Tottenham was spend na ba be. I think onyane ne de ne ba the centre back one no o probia manage na mu di amano ana na nimu ne mfifi one so no mu ya din no ko games bia or per defensive midfielder bia ono so ebetimi abo amanioma akoyi ede amano na no na amanfo ka say na Thiago Alcantara be free Liverpool January we na mo ni ndo da bi anim sa Thiago Alcantara is staying with Liverpool this particular January beyond any other thing amanfo ewogidi say ebi obetimi afiri honom ede akwakopi mo be vufo na Filippo Tarraciano ekwakopi mo we AC Milan na Hellas Verona any AC Milan na prepare all the documents for Abrantie no say bibia betimi asi na watimi akwakosi akan dia momo but eno no mo say pe ese bia talent a ye friend e Matija Popovic.
Okay.
Now on say Italy and Casanomo EU Rabi or Honum say non EU players now at least we bet me register money in your maybe was say do a certain amount which is around 5.
Okay.
It's your muja players be kwam or makwa. I was say a bisusu timi beshim na numbers no etimi efele. Na eno na Arsenal so atena say na almost quarantine in low now or yen. On say eno me no di nkomo bi say Arsenal na lia beso mo preferred Kadioglu. I want to see a kind of Fenerbahce.
Okay.
Then Fenerbahce for no your madrid so beja Abrantie na manako. Pescasem no so omo Arsenal will need to look internally to find a solution. And omo hwe ani mu so omo play omo di ni call loan or rest side that. I find quarantine ombenya no na omasa de naba na waba besi akan e de amomo throughout the next ones na ebetimi akoso amanioma SCCCE na eno na Luther Marcos Leonardo de no or release clause of 150 million euros over.
Okay.
Okopie mo Benfica no or release clause of 150 million euros. Say open when you go Benfica na de this otua asa no wafa nti omo de omo titi omo catch us e betiti player na kama de amount nti obin ya wo ba na 150 ni kura yente so enye don komi wo ba ya no ayi
adabra kasem bia ni
bi ehwo yen kasa bebre ru costa mo nkomodi enye chinchin wo ba ya no ayi sika atwo 120 no adwum player na akọ ba bi and Marcos Leonardo has proven in the Brazilian league so betimi abo so let's see ade ono so de ba Europe say nkoye 1 year so mo 1 season na no so efi ono mo de kwa na no na Andre Santos afi na Chelsea ehwehwe another loan move dia ma Abrantie no omo hwehwe no mo other player bi wo no me fe ne da tro for fana ono ne de em say Sevilla for ne de afi we de bedi ka ka Chelsea Sevilla for na mo penkuran na em say mpanyifo ne de omo hwe mo kakra omo hwe Rakitic mo omo hwe Juan Jordan mo omo hwe Sergio Ramos mo most of these players no manyini was set up in no em say homo said am mo bebre said omo hia no it nkuran na no mo push forward for them and Chelsea are recalling that for Fana back from Union Berlin ono Union Berlin coach no granya issue on the touchline o yini free match back o ko nche no kasa to ne nsa ni ade nyina and they confer a whole lot of problem at the bread that for Fana Chelsea is recalling him from the loan at Union Berlin say ombra ba oba na nyeso oba betena bench oba no ma say jana kwan no mo de na ma Sevilla say onkosi akan enfama Sevilla na emno na me busa me ho questions bebre about one specific player in the shape of Romeo Lavia wasa akwa ko prebi of Romeo Lavia sakobi
player ba ko pre din nya no
and
oba Chelsea for sheda
enya ne so emfaso bebre gidi Chelsea sheda enya ne so emfaso bebre and it is quite yakaka because the potential is there. He's a quality player. Me no oka young players or we be under 21. You use under 23 pool. The number 6 role no. Omunimbo. You can say ball retention. On build up from the phase of build up. You can never take Romeo Lavia out. Now no show mu game no ball kakra bi no. Oba no ball as the sole number 6. Look at the stability of the match Chelsea in that game. Should the way Anaka said my free to move forward. Should you normal relax just to move forward and penetrate because there's a certain Romeo Lavia who could keep the ball so well in the middle of the park. The way you are not Kupama move flow, but the net was a kunya in and Pochettino say onim da.
Very sad.
It becomes a huge. I think I might agree with Bishop said. They knew why Lavia do na anya omoya. I think I might have to agree with him. The two man sign Lavia na. Maybe Omokaso might lucky at some point. Maybe they might not. They might have been lucky because of the injury situation, not in terms of the quality. Play and the quality there is never in doubt. But I think everything that is showing now, actually say, they might have taken the right decision and made sure, say, in the long run, no, Luther, Ombetimenya Romeo Lavia, and I say, be as Omunya and Crampuna, the injury situation in Kofa Haubia, and Fa Embomo. Luis Agomi, and I say, me catch up.
Yeah.
When you sign officially, Eddie Amomu. By Sevilla and Ankasa, so SS signing another Belgian midfielder for my ass, Stanis Idumbo Muzambo. Stanis Idumbo Muzambo. Almost signing the number.
Disco Christo.
Okoeva.
Muzamba. Disco.
It almost silent from IAS. Say also beba normal prepared document in the BBA Eddie Amano na omotimi amanatina na nyoma akoye Eddie Amomo. Let me say and nyoma ekoso in the transfer market no. Most of the major ones in the area to a TF when you are anymore mo share was Sompa 93.1 FM and on Sompa TV. I in the association ben a weekend with Debbie Kesi bi Basopa. Sunderland in Newcastle.
Oh yes, and
aye. It's an Empire
FA Cup round 3.
It's an Empire Ebedra.
Sir.
An Empire Ebedra.
Now, say here why you do me.
You see, baby, where your Baba are Heroes Park.
Okay.
Now, Emmy say, and did you say me woman here say, ye need Yenrianum,
Yema,
ye be when I work for Sebi.
A free.
Waja on Hoko. Yenrianum Yankafono. It's your name, your money, baby, did you ha. And your money about Bessa, and over me dancing moves.
Oh, sir. Oh, sir, Jaya Quine.
Now, I'm by me by Shekambunaba. Ale bomb.
Jaya, we are office next, you know, for Father Saying.
Seprakatumba more remix for her. And then,
but me also, what can I pay for me?
It's a name
and the summer and never perform my full stage
and the summer full stage
and never full stage.
And also, who you can it's any free and we are 1 p.m.
And for the first time, may so free at Sompa.
Yes,
because now Christmas and all Crawford Buku Meno and the microphone.
Watch your beer,
and what's some year Kakrabi
and why actually
Kakrabi, I don't cry me the Mizo na you. I feel not MC or some
It's Luther and the free area 1 p.m. We are here with them. Yanyomu bet Yanyomu bedi Juma. Yanyomu bedi. But we say pool BC, or me a crime driving so much. I mean, no good and me go and Mako Yiminio and any good pool.
The sports Messiah, Akomiana Hotel Kano, said do transfers. I'm said, yeah, Ghana, if you are said, yeah, or no, and a man say, be down if so, no, the transfers man. Jobeka and the womb. Player ne call, uncle, obeko, obeba, Emma, Obenya Daja, Tanasia Church, or dear Quani Dieba, I'm a beer sweat Makwe Diamao. Baby, I will be our monitored Medino, and Sompa 93.1 FM, so and a Sompa TV. Yeah, Juma F Heroes Park. Kumasi Sports Stade baby I will be on your ton safrel as a brabeke on Branabatanase na sports ne nu nyina enye yankwa ene yenim ye osu nim ye wo adwene bra na ba kire na bibia anya kama na mom ansana sarebo du bebam no it's my kitchen restaurant see an kan kire say aduane papa wo Kumasi ne mpatam de utwa ni ja obetwa ja wadwo so kodidi no ankwa is my kitchen restaurant ete se uwo fufuo no amu pa ete obedan wankoto entwa yie and it was a bra na aduane be na apese continental dishes no say local Chinese one apeni na no be ma obia ma bia ye kama ne bo no so ofo na no chi no is my kitchen restaurant here kan tro say oba no ho a o promotion bia all running na promotion ukuyada de Wednesday de ne friend pizza Wednesday bia no oto pizza ba ko a ye ma ba ko free oto ba ko ntu de onim edu Wednesday bia sharajo samba ko sia some credit pizza che me ko to pizza be you show ai no wakwaje ba ko na ba ko kan wakoto ama wo mo na bia ka na bo so da form na ya wada so Thursday no eno so no promotion ko ni nyina so be to banku ba ko ne tilapia eno so to banku ba ko ne tilapia sama banku ba ko ne tilapia ka ho enye is my kitchen restaurant na benya no sa eda o ma package ni ye ho na bon se tilapia ne da so a na o da so na obu dambales na o sana masa no ma hyehyem eno is my kitchen restaurant no na o say point and kill catfish no on the buyer, on the Nimie, open wa. Wo cage swa in soguma catfish no omukumbebre almost swimming and two check catfish are open was we na mepe na watching no kunu prepare na come
point and couldn't get ahead
Debbie
kaki or the kaki no was what on such a yedo kaki now the
meaning our driver and kakera in a car that
now they kill point and kill the other finger qua. I am not swagging him. Into khaki, no, I'm a handle net to tell us. Now the way now for and now the actually, wait.
The all quahano. Aha. I don't know. You must is win a pay. Simple. Near prepare and come near their bro. Now why enjoy and no any friend point and kill catfish on. Then what you know, since some countries occasion be our we piano, open floor, open baby, your program now bar. Obema bi ne bo ne da fam motutu obia no mobekọ ho nkonwa wo mfidi ahodo nyina ho a ho so a decent place and nti it's my kitchen restaurant sebra no semen kan cho say wo ye door to door delivery babia wo bia no e bia kwan wa untimi ma en say wada adwuma bu so wo de frɛ na place order aduane a wo pɛ bia say e point and kill catfish no kra no wo de opɛ bia so mpɛkɛse me per se okupa oba kra na ombetime nyu oba e de na ma no ma prepare ne kama no mo de abrel no om se kan cho se hwomo kira kwan e okuma se sports stadium traffic light no omo ben pa uduru ho na obehu omo de ekọ anwulaga junction no na benya kama from 0265 70 0265 707070 and 0248 865046 no e de tie eno no Michael akumia awie ne dia sarbodu ebre esune Mickey
na catfish ne so in the pa
dabio
teenagers no free SHS for na catfish of free SHS omomo nam no share that mature
okay
nti emu no ego na emu no so ye frem kakra e de papa
na calcium no wom no
kwa de oton no nimu a ontimi nche teenager no nti nimti na wo yes my kitchen me boss
okay
omomo nimu.
Oh yes,
good. Into omunim teenage catfishes.
Okay.
Inti me pe catfish way me pe way.
E bi kura nya healthy. But omo de no omo nya adage.
That was a teenager.
Oh, so omo cage no pe ha. O kona se mo anuguma. O hwa kura na o kon ado.
Exactly.
Na o kon ado.
Exactly. No more chicken so mo your kitchen.
Aye. It's my kitchen restaurant.
In the kitchen.
Yes.
It is finger licking.
Yeah.
And their food is sizzling.
Okay.
Their drinks are fizzing.
Oh.
And
everywhere
is buzzing.
Oh.
It's my kitchen.
Breaking it down, my woman.
Simple.
Abu Dhabi personal advisor.
I say honeymoon nanny a woman to bend there.
And your mamma time about me, sir. Because Crawford occasion say I'm on for yare. Obi owa ojene malaria. Typhoid. I know upon what apostle, Jan Yemre. A dronia bako pay di nua ba nunsine hamanaje. A drew way by drama sunache na no nam. Wa malaria actually wa wanum nya wo de wuntimi ni dibiano. Me kan for time heba mesa ejamao. Ma unsanka bi na no bi na bobobi. Na unya bebon sampa enya dronia dro. A dro mu nyina hene eye time heba mesa. Malaria pa de o de na ye kunanko na me malaria pa na asema ye boton asema ye brusa asem ho ntenetene me. Unya bia sa wonum an sem fifire efriu eye baako. No mo sa de dro bia fa ne time heba mesa and capsules. Unya bia wo ye bema na wahimfie no bema no ensanwa agugu ho ahye nsuo ne nyina no unya bia ebetu ase de ama oba didi wahimfie ho oba ma bema ka hwa enya ne de enko ne square se de be ya okwa obesia ba biem okona ntenante a enya ne de wo de na ne be ne de no wasia ba enu ntine so oba wahimfie no ensuo fitiwu ensuo nwuno ensuo bi agugu ho enka bi wa enya enka ehwam enka sabi enyan ebon ne nyina no se ubenya time about Mr. and capsules no one no be back come akọ heba shop bia over the counter na pharmacy shop bia ubenya bi atwa na abefre 0244 417 669 ofra ya be jo san komo bia na di Mickey me ba twa yanko
Luther udidi nkomo no na oka say Anthony Joshua ne Francis Ngannou
yeah
he say the match bibi atomo a enda na match room and Queensberry Promotion.
Yes.
Make an announcement.
Frank Warren Eddie Hine.
So in March, this year.
Yeah.
Omo be kontokwa. Na ntokwa na eba so Saudi Arabia.
Riyadh.
Details of the fight ne home press say sika yetiama we ni there. Omo be any later from January 15th from your press conference ni we are. But it goes on to highlight another landmark sporting event Saudi Arabia day. Ni na form a part of Omo Vision 2030 project MBS. The Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Orally our senior beya. Dodo na trimu poni adin omo fa Saudi Arabia hono. Omo de sa agudie ne sa entertainment events say. Omo de be pepa every amount for adin. When they consciously erase the negative image of Saudi Arabia from the minds of people, now leaving these positive ones, into about Saudi Arabia, the about say, oh, and we am on my omutieti anipa fa hodie so eyomanya omutieti eye emba fa hodie so nemum what comes to mind after the mentioning of Saudi Arabia na bara koye okay a tourism hub a travel destination ideal for tourists our person kokojo we and even aside that a fancy a destination sports a kuda mean no any so that is a strategy a plan. And your mining now policy or magic to so more yeah, Nedia Pega Saudi Arabia Dino, Eddie Akoni. Now, why would they want to do this? Ideally, Saudi Arabia can Asia open top 5 travel and tourism destinations in a country.
Okay.
But with the 2013 vision, they want to make Saudi Arabia not just among the best destinations, but rather the competition.
Okay.
And to see about top 5 now, I was at Saudi Arabia needing a decane.
Okay.
Then your country big and then your mind big and on any being medicane.
Okay.
And then also, or more actually who say, I dear back one more oil, fango. Now oil no mutuno. Eventually, a very bedra, oil no, a back of and money to say your more pay. And even the market prices anyway, eventually could affect oil revenue. And it's idea sika ye realizing any many yana sika ye wo ye footwo mu no yemfa bi enko into various sectors ye twa agreed na so near use entertainment to open up business opportunities eventually contribute to the Saudi Arabian economy na ma yesu any that's will be for the future o mine hon konkochi ni bebre so oil no format say bi anke wo Ghana na Ghana ye to gold na ya tena se adwen ho say emre bi baba daate a gold na ye tu no ebe kofom enti ye nya no dodo te se de ye nya no ana gold ne prices ne kra no enye eni ebe determine bebre so depending on the market price of gold ansha na enyoma ba fom so the gold revenue e be nya no sika ye be nya free gold mo no ebe kofom ti sa de a Ghana amampani na Ghana ban betena se no division bi atodwa the project bi atodwa say or the gold sika wonya sisi no or the ye enyoma ahodo foforo Ebia tourism, Ghana tourism destination in Africa, you can't.
Yeah.
Into the CIES Kakun Nature Park, you the CIES way, into the various tourism destinations. Say, yeah, hot sweet. Near the events, I hope what the account will be a good year, be entertainment. They said a year of return.
Yeah.
Near dear Manaka, into a fin biano throughout the year. Yeah, can dumb Eddie Abagana, and I don't know mobile. Yeah, will be a fan of travel and tourism. Tourism, no better to find. Into bar. It goes into the local economy. Then tourism also it will deem transportation near there. So a bit increase sika or money to be generated. So this is simply the Saudi Arabian project.
Because Osha and China Tyson Fury. And I think
it was in October last year.
29th October, 23rd December, day of reckoning. And also of course, so say we also we are Fibria, Ombesenya Tyson Fury, Alexander Usyk. We are March 9. Almost say about Benya AJ and Nganu. And before even crown, Ombesenya
Zangzile is more Chinese boxer. If it works and also the car.
I don't compare report. I mean, I say Omonya Jatumba to say, well done. Zang ebe kwana so be separate opponents, you know.
So that is it. Now this is the intention. Saudi Arabia and say a tourism destination. I am not doing a religious tourism. Now say na ya call for the pilgrimage. Ya come Mecca na Medina. And she said California your Ramadan na obedodo na be Saudi Arabia. And then omobani from Hajia ne Alaji. Then there are several religious pilgrimages I'll be embarking on. Now, what I see who say, yet me the identity of religion, no, and define it thoroughly. Saudi Arabia. So outside religion, Saudi Arabia minor because religious pilgrimages, eventually it comes in seasons. Now, nobody in seasons now. It means throughout the year. 2 times a pen I'll be on such religious pilgrimages. I will be near Dominic year long, they will be able to individually. But Ramadan, no, 2 times or 3 times a year. Sadia, let us add other initiatives. About boosting tourism. That is the introduction of the seasons. Seasons, back on the Riyadh season now, the more dear Francis Ngannou more. So they have as many as 11 seasons. Seasons the Riyadh season, and then the biggest. Jeddah season.
Okay.
The entire Riyadh near biggest. They say Ghana, your capital city, Accra. The capital city of Saudi Arabia, Riyadh. Saudi, you used to Riyadh from promoting more, but the other supporting cities will also play a part. Into Jeddah season, Riyadh season lasted for 3 months. Jeddah season lasted for 2 months.
Okay.
Into Riyadh season, from May to June. You remember Benya Jeddah season. Then along the line, your Eastern Province season, also by your Taif season, and Bako Sa do Bako. So throughout the year, they have lined up activities a big keep people's attention on Saudi Arabia. Exactly the point. Now, even with the Riyadh season, this year said that you have several high-profile events, several top sporting athletes, several top sporting events, wrestling called WWE, boxing called Formula 1. Formula 1 is held in Saudi Arabia every year, and football, even as it stands now. This year, you have 3 major football competitions. Supercopa de España next week, After Supercopa de España, you have Coppa Italia and Supercopa Italia. And also, then you have the 2 biggest Saudi Arabian clubs, Al Hilal, Al Naza, and the Ronaldo club now, Neymar club. Then near the Inter Miami account. So potentially Saudi Arabia will be setting up the podium for what could be the last matchup between Messi and Ronaldo. Messi and Ronaldo move here the Juno. Messi call US. Ronaldo across Saudi Arabia. Everything so mobile. But through Saudi Arabia, their own initiative, they are bringing them together in a 3-club competition. Inter Miami, Messi club, Anaza, Ronaldo club, Anka Neymar Praia, Anka Alila, Neymar Ebe Fronte. So Messi will face Ronaldo once again, which could potentially be the last time Sanko from Indonesia. This has all been made possible courtesy Saudi Arabia. But people is now the internet more boka yes on your way or more boka. They are not making losses with this investment. There were immediate returns on Mubenya. The immediate returns maybe they say hotels no better. They will be buying stuff. A woman Saudi Arabia are spending huge sums of money, billions of dollars to make sure these events are possible. But they'll realize some proceeds from all that is happening. Riyadh season, no, so a boxing event, no, turn ticket. Ticket no boy.
Okay.
A bet you made the tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars based on baby water. Then hotel, accommodation, travel. Eventually, the embassy say, Sikabe Saudi Arabia economy, nim system, nim Sikabe bim, a bema amount for no more, no one tomo. And here the immediate returns. The long-term returns, in this one they say, me Saudi Arabia, and I'm in Ibekai. Adechia, Mesanswa Babion. It happens with Dubai. Oh, yeah, go Dubai. Why? Because it has become a tourism hub. And if nobody wants then the rest follow. And to me, Saudi Arabia and there. Na me bedi one dance here. That me kwa me de makodo mpia bi beko. Me de menu bi beko. And na say me de mebusu akra beko. Enti ya mbok eye ball kra wo wa. Me ni mebusu can go holidays e was Saudi Arabia. Long term benefit obenye free. And me you need a visionary leader.
Oh yeah, because say on a Cameroon for.
Yeah, Cameroon campo.
Because make mukasa na mama yam hye. Yeah. Because na no Christmas ya abroad nkwa. Me ko no omo de me ko nsuo bi mu ho ya se omo asebu amanfi owo ba bia abotan bi a wode ne nsaboa up to now mark no eda wo de second etua ba bu kwa sika na se him but untimi ntu ensuo ketwa bo emunam no ye nwonko na de pan no guma na mwa na ba me kware a anke betima yusu na sanke tourist site but ye janesa omo nsuo bi a nsuo ne free pan protein bi mu
na pie
ene ba wa brodu ni nyina omo janesa
it is
anke betima fetchi sika but o man ya neglecting
no leadership ma mention back every Christmas the destination I where Japan basically secondary takrade.
Yes.
Good. Now secondary takrade no ya tena se hu say yemfa nyoma say ba ku mienu mense wremu a se nipa no do na ekọ secondary takrade omo ho beto omo one e bi ya kwan. E bi yesi ye bie ekronim enti hotels ahodo ye de beba on board. Then even during festivities ni we ni na no manyo amanfo ho be ha omo be we but basically you not have any governmental input so substantial. I said, way or person push it. Where it is led by the kingdom. Meno Casayano, they have built a new stadium. I'm friend the Kingdom Arena.
Okay.
Kingdom Arena, an indoor stadium.
Yeah.
Obet me hosting football matches. And they say a Messi mo tournament no me body way no. Omuria, Alila, a honor be used for the home games. I have vision. Just commit to it. Eventually, first one back into what shows so no the anyway. I mean, can't say Yankwani and says Saudi Arabia for the Omoye. By a bit museum, not the so your home best on near Yamfa, but we are not able to do it. But Saudi Arabia, yeah, they are. I was a separate say about Mabaso, not emphasis women, so you're both the road and shaman for said that she be. Say, yes, you met me up to it will help us. And come on, so that I said, Tyson Fury. About Saudi Arabia. When I saw that Anthony Joshua in the space of less than 6 months, Obekun to come, Saudi Arabia. A visionary leadership. Obu pushes our agenda now. But they will not spend for people to come, but rather people will rush to go to Saudi Arabia and they will continue to reap the benefits. Because they want to dominate the Arabian Peninsula. Qatar for now your model, UAE for now your model, but they want to take control because so. And they are a force ankasa. So if they do this and it's successful, eventually, maybe a man from Kasi Eko Dubai, but rather it will be a call Riyadh, a call Jeddah, a call her, because Saudi Arabia told and the so far. So by 2030, this will be a pair. World Cup bet was about. And the compare USA 2026, I call a compare Portugal, Spain, anyway, Morocco,
2030.
Then eventually after that, Saudi Arabia bet was
2034.
Exactly. Visionary leadership and me now and pass one by your mom for doing this.
Baba, me person buso ade ba kwabasa ba ntokwa no. Francis Ngannou. Omo Russian intent because he became a professional boxer in October.
Okay.
29th October Okontokwa. Within 5 months of his career, professional career as a boxer, Woko with the over top 3 heavyweight Only 2 aircraft.
Yeah, Wako Fury.
And it's a Wako AG.
Yeah, but the point is that the Mrenin Castle, Anna, his agent, and Tianya Fino over 1 year, the sooner he gets more bouts, the better it will be for him financially. Because he could be after fighting agent, later, yen to mean Naha and this can as he came with it. Even that aside, Obaba renowned because in the space of less than a year, Wako 2 high-profile boxers. Yeah. People pay top money to fight Tyson Fury and answer Anthony Joshua. Oh, when you money on Mako. So, Ngannou now free UFC Muambano. Yeah, martial artist. Until you himself won't come boxing, sir. So, only on Mako, and say will repertoire. Mechanics say, hey, now real boxing munche but only a cuckoo dam nako. Until next one, now Ben Francis Ngannou Luther. And one cost no one because enim there only a kuku jamon kwan na grow enti sa wo ko enim ho ne na kwa kodi djuma already for raise bar on the price was low so the Ngannou ye no there is a certain economic sense attached to it Wako Fury Wako Anthony Joshua enti obi anko enim kon command fight basa dia enti ekipino amongst the top it fetches him money it fetches him respect olusu to Tyson Fury ne kra no do na wo ebuo demand is na kwa wenguni honi ma se kro na Tyson Fury kwa no tumi knocking no oko display similar performance against Anthony Joshua. What happens is that a pejana the nekoso so a win-win situation to me and yet too early only the 80 Becca say 12, say the fast or papa be in but you weigh in fast one, any disadvantages now. Who say advantages now, bro, disadvantages this should be brave. And to know. The more it comes, the better it will be for Francis Ngannou.
Me that say, I know Michael, as I do and I'll tell you, when you're that Jerry, me know Cassia, your Heroes Park, El Kumasi Sports Stadium. On senior Ketwano, my betraying was your nominated Jumadine. Yadikadia to him say, and nay da, Sompa, your Bassia Yedmano, and Nija Daba could my pa. If say any union, ye Maya desay or fastenom, in Yankafono, Ebediti Abum, your nominate a year Jumana boom. Tino mujina yen chanya ye sports no e dia ba ma bibia ye kama so se mofra bi e jina chanya usu ofia obetimi abanado support abeka na bibia eso etima ye kama now Boris B chicken se men kan tro sa kokwanam de e ye ne dia se kumasi kroduam ha uye bibi na akokɔ nam pa na abehia wontimi entwani nya na nya akokɔ nam nkwa ho adwuma no ye akokɔ ho adwuma bia sa akokɔ no peni nkosua ope akokɔ no nya bi ope chicken feed e bia akokɔ ni nuane ana akokɔ na nkasa opa akokɔ no te ase no watimi akɔ akɔnya no se bia pe broilers ana layers a ne nyina Boris B chicken okɔ abenya bi no ɔseme nka nkyɛ sɛ wa package ne kama ne process no ɛso ɛfɛ ɛyɛ ɛno ntini ba bia obia no obetimi a deliver bi amount and as all baby and the branches in Waswa and also no ye be church ho na akokɔ na nkasa pen nam na obetimi anya bi say eye wings na tie no and a gizzard and de keka ho bia na ado ani kyerem so e poku trade na duma kumase obehu ne branch ni bi ho saso na SG more top high tech ne branch ni bi on a sell Buadi Junction and na rum so Aswansi market Santasi runabout on unity oil ne de nhwem Bantama High Street eso ho also no Udru na one Presby sorry down Edian Tram. Feno 0544 44 44 53 0544 44 44 53 na bibia aye kama. Papa pokumre ni nemo Shadi mame emfa birthday we emma yankasa opanyi kotoko panyi ba ko se emfa birthday bi ma obi emma no na me ba cho fa to sumaye se ni din no eye Mr. Alexander Asari Manu, Executive Chairman Ashanti Regional Circus Council of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. And now your birthday, Mr. Alexander Asari Manu. Yeah, my happy birthday with you, Juma Day. So, we're every first vice chairman, Edma Sante Kotoko, Asante Region, and Ohiniba Eben, National Communications Director, Asante Region. Omo, and I say my happy birthday, Nabibia, Eso Enya Kama. Saso, and Obaya, sweet dinner birthday, ne. Obaya, dinner Felicia, Bawa, Obaya, birthday, ne. Nyamisha Pano Mohobain. Na de odun sabe kabiano enye nhira emfama erade emafi enyafipa emfama nti Felicia happy birthday papa mema good morning biem
yeah good morning minia
na mi ankasa so me ho kani nyame adum ni promotion no enya ye
ko announce your promotion e wa de o ye no
nyame adum say o ye sergeant
okay
detective
nti we na catch yourself ka we ana
oh
and you know, say sports no now the yes Anna.
Oh,
thank you very much. Into here, Detective Sergeant there.
Detective Sergeant Grace Ansa Wilson.
Detective Sergeant.
Hey, my name of assistant a bed them party or more. Yay! Oh, chair.
This is over so for life.
And unit burn or one.
This is all Dofsu.
Dofsu near the
Dofsu say more. What one shark colano.
Domestic violence and victims support. Na yako pokwa obosi ye nishishe no. Yeah, forget. Ye in defali amount for. Oh, you know come out here say. Da be na yako defali obi da.
Enti me mani.
Je be change. Obi be ti ma change.
Check no so bebre baba.
Ah? Check ni bebre baba.
Yeah no ne. Me mani trim. I say
adwante
ama the
promotion.
Enti wan ka ko bi e be ode ka no kre.
Corporal to sergeant.
Wow.
From
wan ka ko e be ode.
Baba town.
That we nyama.
Yeah, you train about the course what?
Oh, ade obeba.
Oh, say your
promotion is how the transfer and am. So now you come by our office back at the mere table. No, sir, I'm Miss Meba Fee.
Chama, you need
to choose him.
Will be my win by 20
minutes. Okay, me.
Chama, my house and you, my house are.
And I will feel.
But I'm away the man in Temna and I am a chief on your phones, the Konomuni executive chairman, regional chairman. Wadamanti Alex assignment chairman Alex koko odinu dwuma yi pa kotoko munya resource kra no na Alex ka che me de bia say den league no mbeji Alex onima dwuma pa eye ni no nam form na ne su bi odem ba bia odem we resu ne nipa no ne na ye dwuma nti chairman Alex ye na ye da ase ene dwuma na ye be ye no ano edin
ba papa mi se obehwe issue bi ama me
na
so it's a legendary Brazilian player and Osabe coach Mario Zagalo. The reporter ban said,
"Oh,
Adani Bunkum so."
Zagalo.
Only the first person winning the World Cup as a player.
What done in your man cry?
And Osabe winning 1970 as a coach.
Oh. Zagalo would be mun fetch from Pemi no bi mrawai.
Zagalo.
Na eduana saman for ye mo mama ne so oba. No mun bi kwa mu manu. Eduana saman for no. So mutimi ye di no magu form. Na onim say Mario Zagalo Harry Zako ye ni buzu ani.
Sir.
Yeah.
Former Hearts of Folk.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mario
Zagalo Harry Zako ye ni buzu ani. Zagalo ni di ankasa de Zako Lobo.
Okay.
Lobo no translate in Portuguese old wolf. And our wolf, Sakramai.
Okay.
Na Zako, baby, ofri Lebanon. Zako, also a Lebanese.
Yes.
Mario Zagalo, a Lebanese, here on Brazilian. Inti ni diankasa de Zako.
Okay.
Mario Zagalo no Brazil. And then we knew dim command match say Mario Zagalo ninchi, or a Lebanese ni, or a Zako busieni.
Harry Zako.
Harry Zako no has no. Mario Zagalo and busieni.
Wow.
Yeah.
Na watch him swama.
Yeah. Ni di ankasa de Zako. Na we no akọfa basa no. Na o wa fa pe no be na ahwe na ebetimi aye.
Okay.
Ewiase ohun. Nyankopon no hwehwe time and seasons.
Okay.
Mario Zagalo wadi 92 years old.
Wanyini.
And odi efrim to abesum bi.
Yeah.
Mario Zagalo wagi World Cup in various forms. Mario Zagalo J World Cup as a player in 1958. Ewo Chile. 62. Sweden ni Chile. 62-58 or the World Cup no.
Okay.
Mario Zagalo ankasa 54 sabo World Cup ni bi. And was the World Cup now as a coach. The great Brazil of 1970. Mexico. Zagalo na ne coach yom. Area singing a team bia Maya. No mo born Efe. Neham Carlos Alberto Falcao. Jazin look. Ombe yon wedjuma.
Brazil of
1970s, one of the greatest teams ever assembled on planet Earth. Zagalo no yomu coach. Zagalo ankasa 94 Brazil World Cup no yomu technical coordinator.
Okay.
Brazil drew final in 98 no. Ewo France has done shomo 3-0 no. Zagalo no your coach.
Okay.
And the World Cup brings forward people like Zagalo. Omaji World Cup no as players and coaches. On it, France, the Kaiser Beckenbauer, and the current coach of the French national team, Didier Deschamps. Omo na aji World Cup no as players and coaches. Na Zagalo di kwe nimu further by being a technical coordinator. Okay. Again, me sisu di awo high natural. Say Harry Zako ni busu yeni eni Zagalo.
Wow.
Zagalo ni di ankasa de Zako.
Okay.
Away from that. Omo ma fan nsem nyinara a friend professor.
Ade.
Ni nimdie, ni nyansa. Any kwan a ofaso Emma players say omo weapon. Any omo adwin. Ni from
football no weapon.
Wadwin asana about now no. Nti Samubeka ya World Cup 98 final no. Brazil for no ebebo final na France for no year training bi. There is a video on that I don't know if you've seen it. Ana Marcel de say in it to ram. Omo di Ronaldo hun komo say oye ni step overs na. Unhu ni nan ode ye obo answer the ball nko. Ena M Jack e catch omo say mo nhwe Ronaldo na ohwe ni nan obetwe.
Pasa nan no so na ball
good jano nan no hwe nanim hwe na dwen. Ehin na nani neko. Bebe na nani ni tiko no. Eho na ball neko.
Papa what say ade ne pa.
Of course.
Because footballers na ade ba kwa especially right backs ne and a full backs you know. And for the B2 omo pa.
Ye free be body faint and our body swerve. Say player or ye na sa na ohwe ni body na or do be ko hwe nanim. Hwe nanim din ontimi ntwe.
Okay.
Now, Momo friend ma shaking no. Brazil for no friend said the samba dance and I the sugar bonito.
Okay.
Or yena one fina, Jina. Name mum so yena fina. Where the catch on crans and the ball neighbor. Denilson, Garincha, Robinho, Romario, Bebeto. Brazil has always been blessed with dribblers. Thiago Nepapa, Jazinho is another great dribbler.
Wow.
Tostao, the great Zola, Zico. Fantastic dribblers. Name them. Almost say when you are able to anticipate the player's next move, you are able to defend better. If you are unable to anticipate, or the overcome no matter what. Because Brazil for no, or the knife ball no so now we move you or be moving the body. Who didn't body ne chipe? Why you also new konifa? No nambe. He brought a lot to Brazilian football. The unadulterated Brazilian samba no. Nipa baako ejina no so pa no. Mario Zagalo. Ne di ntina nyankopon no hyehyɛ wiase ye bra ye ball. Oko Brazil man no mu a. Ewom say Germany be show almost 7. Neza. Nemom Brazil o man no omo football abakosem mu no. Eda omo di areho sunye pa no was the 1950 World Cup final. Now oko Brazil a friend Maracanazo. Maracanazo ne chere say omanya Brazil time omo continent ne so pa no. Enya Argentina. Uruguay.
No money share.
Say ya World Cup final of Maracana Stadium.
Oh, Brazil.
Brazil be Fluminense see akan. Now the stadium, according to Brazilian football folklore, FA nipa 130,000. But 1950 World Cup final, nipa was stadium ono, according to Brazil for no official estimates, almost 250,000. Now about possible stampede on the horizon. Now Brazil we are still tiding. Now Brazil person muchi Uruguay. Na ya shene kama. Bruni say come the man. Uruguay, a nation then with a population of less than 1 million. 80 to nipa over 80 million then. Approaching 100 million. 80 million nyame Brazil World Cup final from them. Your friend Maracanazo. Tibebia obia Maracanazo. Google Maracanazo. Eda Brazil football mu na wiagina din the sun went still. The Maracanazo day. Sadan and the man Mario Zagalo. Yeah, not doing so befa football serious. Sadan he was a soldier on the pitch. He was a soldier with the Brazilian armed forces. Soldier form the bone nipa by our stadium no ka no so no jina park ne so. Nti se Brazil man ni tinisio. Some more red TV tinisio. Some more multi-field tinisio. Mario Zagalo there he was on the pitch. Ebra na Uruguay for the trophy no. E come on video. E kwanwa. Your school 2015 no mo dey call Chile. Air France until like transatlantic flight from Paris to Chile. Oh kwa omo lower plane never for na pilot na catch them Air France for no na no ma catch them mo here from mo mbɛn window no na mo here. There's a particular point. A border between Argentina, Uruguay, and Brazil. Okay. It's such a beautiful sight. Some more room, no more drop it. Altitude, never for my no catch us or free clouds. It's such a beautiful thing. You know, they all have bits of the amazing rainforest around them. Brazil, and time Cassiano, propelled Mario Zagalo's football. Into your no, or yeah, Nigerians of the born. Origin the first World Cup, no. No, Osia can of Fluminense. Oh, yeah, no, second World Cup, or no, Osia Kama Botafogo. Send Roberto Femino Mo Ahilal. This is a serial winner. He's seen it all as a player of the Copa America, as a coach of the Copa America, as a coach of the Confederations Cup, as a player of the World Cup, as a coach of the World Cup. So Mario Zagalo is leaving Brazilian football at a time that they need to soul search. Because there was never a moment in the history of Brazilian football as Zagalo, Bobby, and as Oye Kocha, no money the potent number 9 in the world. And as fitting as it is, one G World Cup no, in 1998, but he brought Ronaldo to the fore. Okay. 94, as technical coordinator, he insisted, say, Ronaldo unko World Cup, ni no yakra, obesuya de free Bebeto, and Romario. 4 years later, from the USA, to France, Ronaldo was leading them attack. Right. And in 1998, according to Carlos Alberto Pereira, who later came to coach Brazil, not a coach 94, or say on a down for Zagalo Dinkomo 2 hours before the final. Nani Zagalo catch no. Only this or no Carlos Alberto Pereira, Brazil knew they had lost the World Cup even before they went onto the pitch. Ebra Omoye say, Ombe traditional Brazilian copy no more yes Adnediani. Omo Yama Ronaldo say only no di obe wensi. Or wensi and the concussion no ebeko. He collapsed twice before that World Cup final. Into Omoye traditional way na anye you know. Everybody in that Brazilian camp. Zagalo, the professor, tried everything to lift them. And according to Carlos Alberto Pereira's memoir, Roberto Carlos, for instance, on the Rivaldo there, because the entire nation knew, say Ronaldo knew a bed in some Michel France for me. Yes, Michel, that single Ronaldo, I can step over in summer. Na Marcel Desailly, any Liam Turam Eka, not Desailly, I could look at on final Nibi. So he had to help Turam Opama. About Juventus, but on the say no AC Milan. What boy Inter Milan that had Ronaldo? Try as he did, they could not stop Ronaldo. The only way for France to stop Ronaldo was that then he was not going to play the game after all. And Zagalo, in fact, starting the World Cup dream. No, bye. He started his World Cup dream in 1950 with a heartache. Zagalo ended his World Cup journey with Brazil in 1998 at the Stade de France with another heartache. A great luminary of the game has gone down. Bibi awa shasi ebiano ewe se Maracanazo ewiani jina still no eno anajo ewiana se jina still ewo Zako ebusuanum ewo Brazil because Mario Zagalo, whom you've drawn parallels with one of the greatest club chairmen this country has ever seen, in Harry Zako, has bid farewell. And in fact, football is going to lose a great man. The reality is that there are lessons to be learned. And we have to learn and appreciate the fact that Nipa, Saunya Shasiem Kwa, Uberie, say about naming ceremony in Kwa dia, Yabeba Weye, into whatever has a beginning has an end. Emre Ninkaso, and then Minim Baby Ujina Uriasi. Any abraboimu. So I just saw the was harder, and then minimum of Azakumia, yeah, that form trade because when you are chassis and on Quadiakumia bed, Ubery wafa. Fantastic. To Harry Zako, I mean, it's over place called Sako Brazil. No way bisa. But Mario Zagalo at 92 has seen success at the very highest level, both as a player and then as a coach. One thing that strikes me, Okasanum Virgil van Dijk. You know, areas young. Language has a unique way of uniting people. Yes. Sadan me dead. You bet me atro say 50 million egu 10 star in movement cover. No match on house. Until Bible no say for lack of knowledge my people perish. The edition answer and so a casa language. And until me sense to do as an anonymous no kind. That not just for the friend say member na PY no wakatri teacher ni bi abunu school mono. Me call your first and as a teacher na mesma bunibi. Ade. Say Kane na me use Kane. So try na me channel. There is no way you can transmit knowledge using another person's language. Untimi nkyerɛ akora nyansa ɛbrɛ ɔsa akora no kosua kasa foforo no sua hu nyansa ansa na wabesua ade na apɛsɛ ɔkyerɛ no tiesre sebetumi a momfa mo kasa ne mo man kasa okɔ English man say mother tongue. There is a reason for that ɔmonom no fo ɔma me ne on kasa to nwoma o ansa na yɛ kra bɛka bi nti ɛ sɛ ɔma ɔman ɛka kasa yɛ de awo that is more natural. And son of the Nakako Brofo and in the Akakano. Again, I'm repeating. I've been in Denmark. I've been in Japan. These two places. Akrendi 5 years. Yeah, man, in kind 1, 2, 3, and man, you. Oh, no. For so be any so.
5.
Oh, Debbie. obe sorry anopa obekwa ko ne nam ka kwa mu twa kwa mu ha mo ne nam ha omu so obi ho kire ne na ne nyoma do so mbekwa akoboa no. You must be a human being first and foremost with qualities before you learn numeracy and arithmetic. And you borrowed numeracy 1 2 3 4 and then akra no timika one me buy the timika 1 200 oni nyansa me buy the otibrofo oni nyansa mananka mienu sesi dwanka na ma iba ndi na fato for me so ba no be fa nka na ha ban na free anka ne hono na free from her. That is knowledge. Even my my certificate yes if I call you juma. So I mean call medical school me na me the best student in the graduating class. Now about patients assume our hospital. Where your doctor papa? Nay. You me we crassy. Out of me you must say asafu. Like baby I started medical school as soon as out. As any me ba sunya do ma kumasi. Midi 24 na me cap 3 different languages proficiently. So unya ni obit na nkwa dia. Ubesua ne kasa. Language is easy to learn. Reverend Van Dyke na oka asake ne nwum no. Ono ote de asake ne kan. Ba ku bisu ho. Se on benya video na shada benya video na ya. O say another banger. Another banger na make. Another banger. Small ball. Another banger. Small ball. Another banger. Small ball. Na nyoma dane 26 December bia no. Kodwentwi Freddie Merwe City Hotel Kodwentwi Freddie Merwe nyum na oto no na motiase ba obesa because rhythm and music has a unifying way of bringing people together. I don't need to understand your language, but once the rhythm is good for me, I'm good to go. Enti omo ton ye mrante no Afrobeats no enye Nigeria for no komo Ghana for no so nyum bebre. You get the point? But it's good that these boys are enjoying our music. And no ye kwan bako a ye befa so a ye ne ye hu bedi nkita hu bebre na ne o matimi akonkan.
Ano ye Collins Atapo kuna hotel kano a lot of education and I'm ranting e dia my and so wo hwe dwumadi no ba bia wo bia on Sompa TV afana lap any dwumadi de bro ne dia e da so me ba e no ma be di nkomo bi kran sa na me da me ho amaba enra e we shoot out no so na breaking story bi di ma say now Wednesday Ghana Premier League outstanding game be to jawo Aliu Mama Stadium between Real Tamale United and Medema first half no Real Tamale United fans, you know, no mabia and Semfata. It was so uncalled for. Until almost to so the ball officials as if the Ghana Football Association Executive Council tenants, you know, almost say with immediate effect, or more abane RTU from using Aliu Mama Stadium. Now, some no, yeah, and remember, because for quite see a moment room, a crans and a bed die one body of no every room at your room. Name last chance about center. Essemin Cancho said, no credit Yamian, Omudia Bibidro Biaba, I be drawn on Mudiabano, a yet China, a Nupina, Manunsini, and Omudia Ghana. Yaha, you nun sin on Omodia, and Tedruna no nam, nan was she. Yadia be able to us here. Uyo be a more giant min Fusani or Nipaduanum. There be an Amsoma Udia. Nasa ubu esho, ubu edjao. A yanasa one caswapon wa poswayembre, malaria and ehawa. Oko Heba shop and miam betru ya we say ope a last chance about Sentomodra ye freno a ye obo for Heba Mishanibi. Odo any more Farmers 52 ewo kaswa lemtemos obom kwanoso benya bi ato na ba kumasia 52 about shop e kumase Kenya si duase kwanoso na ramso na naboache o kaisi draglin na all Denny Farmer shops ni nyina okota kwa was abibidro fie na Sanko Text Pharmacy ewo Cape Coast na AA Mensa Watakra de Market Circle Capital O2 osunwane obetima frɛ number 0574 353707 and 0533 121761 or from our Omo Ebejo Sunabibia. That's why a Kamala San Seba Center Apum Dimfie SON Eho Saso and I may catch us drink and a back up a miso fruit drink na unya miso fruit drink no enom ebebo papa enuaba hodom ena yasoni edia free ye de normal bebre na de awurawura ma na miso fruit drink na drink bi a empanyimfo timinom enkwada timinom apemfo timinom ayarefo timinom okosere obi ayaresa bia no wonfa miso fruit drink ankwa nipa no bebu anikanche efisa ompese no beto no opemfo pese ho ye de na akwada na ho ye de na miso fruit drink ena wo so unya nom na bibia so aye kama eno akini me kamfo de ama say program bias event bias no miso fruit drink ahodi woman kasa wo sa men ma onsanka bi sa so miza 5G uyo obi a wo ye adwuma akrabia no wabre onante na wo pante no wabre uyo obi asrade dos woni padua no ma miza 5G guarana wom grapes ni ye jensi wom na green tea wom mema no me mama po kronkron fashion freezer na enya nwunu wa ye adwuma pon no o de okwa wadi dia bibia wi wadwara wi no fata wo bo mum betra ho na yi miza no ba kusu anum na onum na onum wi afa kofrompa obedamase efisa bebo adwuma papa ama no makoe edama ni nyina ye miza 5G enho adwuma eno no mansanka bi na bibia enkoe emfama na mpacho ye omiamia be bread wani kiremu a obetimi anya bi ato ama bia kama ye omrante no maba wa omode ka de nam crowd so ne mountain so usha Dr. Silas and mrante na no to bia kugu na aye fine number so obetima from ama bibia eso etimi aye kama eso edi ama no ni nyina no se uruwura ma obetimi afre eye number it says 0263 185 869 na bia aye kama na 0544 483 392 ofra ya bejo san komo bia no omunu wadi na bia so atimi aye fine na ya ka kiro say ma o man se enye fe ma nkwada na pom de onsam ne enkonkan enkwada dress no enwuhia so o se oba no ho fe ne dress ne fe na okodu npam no okasa na pampan wo nenum ne se asin kokone ne doso a ye ma ne cap papa mpom na enoma no wo ho fe wo sika na udi oba bi achi okona de opa bia be de ama no na wo se asin kokone ne doso o kasa pampan wanuma oba no kwan nani nye wo ho eni nyina ka na mema bi ehwero mu relationship no ni nyina se won use toothbrush papa antwetwu se won use toothpaste papa and na Fibo Ventures for edi toothbrush sawodo aba de Ashford Prince aba no kwada mema dia Ashford Princess nkwada ma Ashford Evidence Ashford Executive na Ashford Friendly yo Ashford Executive and na toothbrushes no actually toothpaste sawodo yawo Effie Fresh Herbal Toothpaste and your Get Clear toothpaste and alloy toothpaste peppermint toothpaste now peba kwa na ni doso per to akotonwa number me dibe to go fra bebe obi and Fibo Ventures ebe brobi 0241 545 646 0241 545 646 and 0200 600 934 o from bejo san komo biano omnu wadina bibia eso etimi aye kama eso edi amam na me catch say address Vodafone made for me offer no found Jim Vodafone further together say manoma aye kama edama data no and voice office out do amade ema no and on feno made for me ni nyina no so be enjoy amazing Vodafone office o dial star 530 hasha and one say obekọ into any Vodafone na why bundle no na bibia aye kama na wa follow one Ghana cedi pe na bia so achima aye kama Vodafone found Jim na bia enye kama eso emfama Vodafone come in Vodafone app no so be subscribe na bia kama Vodafone further together na bibia so enkoye na enna Sompa part with the offense no baso na be pm aso Heroes Park wo Kumase Sports Stadium ho and it is a the sports final lab dwumadie no ye dead bro ye nuanom enkwada anase ye nuanom enyankafo woni biefo oni maame woni papa me no mienu na o se de sede so mafunom ye ne omumienu na omure ekekere ye no omumienu ena eba no ma ekoye di mama na ni nyina no se Bible se ho na ma me bibia man hyana na mu enti ye emofo ya doye ye beka ye ho ne nkoda yi ni di beka ye ho ne nkoda yi ensere bɛka wɔn yɛn nkɔda yi afia no ahyia no ani gye yɛmfa ɛnhyɛ aseɛ ɛma wɔn ɛnu nti ketewa bi nso a deɛ wobɛnya bia no sɛ yɛ sika yɛ momo sɛ ɛyɛ ntaade sɛ yɛ ntoma sɛ yɛ mpaboa adeɛ bia no ɛbrɛ no ɛnka akyire ɛnka akyi koraa no wobɛtumi ɛde abrɛ yɛ namba mede bɛto dwa afra baabi a wo bia no wantumi ama a yɛbɛba abɛgye sika so a momo ketewa bi abɛnya no na wode ato so momo namba no ɛyɛ 0598 559 802 0598 559 802 and a 0241 272 990 0241 272 990 Edinia Blessed Foster and answer Terra 1 send the Kakrabra and I do any dobenya piano Fabrana Bipia and Yakama Michael Mamen Shasia and free Messiah so Messiah and the Executive Council of the Ghana Football Association at the immediate release by as my banner Alumama Stadium for RTU say or more dear or more sort to the match officials no or say no or my banner say Omumu Alumama Stadium PM and watching on one side M1 the regional police command now Omuntimi and Fishe or more or me send and prasam to normal at the board the match officials it's their duty to protect any soul Oberagu Prama Beyonce or Kwakusiaka. Saved Tidian and what kind of found?
The person me busa me wo fa asem kakra. Na no ada mo call Ghana and Nigeria. Okay. Emma tear gas ko to 2 years. Emma of phone match commissioner ni ko free mu no. What was the arrangement CAF did to make sure say obi o kan hu bia na ade ne mfa no ho no obi sign it in that particular instance because one na e wo ho one call Ghana and Nigeria game no wa Abuja one call Ghana and Nigeria game no e wa Abuja e ko decide say ade no and e ko hwe say game no wo fa
stadium ni atum Moshood Abiola stadium ni e ma latafo yi ana go for omu nyusu biem nanso papa na be si ne CAF man kan nchen say ne kunu and one say omo say heart related issues timira it's a chroma na yetini de stadium no betime di nsehunu afa ho adi die if is Africa na kra no abros wa say two stadium 3 matches 4 matches
it didn't na was say omo ye adwuma no eye free from the punishment na team no no labor ball no and face the punishment. This is where I have my problem. Video na ye de ani hwe ye no video na ye hu ye no me a me tin chen kra na me ne sabi me menya edit menya adwuma wo Hollywood in the video no me hu se obi shatade white o hye ne che wa begina ho kuta nsuo mienu wa mane ni say tra abo match commissioner ti amana to form say tam e to form wie no sa ye sign bi kire se otwea wo na ahye ho no o wie no sa dane nanim no dane na na okọ na chi ni nyina no hu se nanim kakra ye dey e bai. The video is there, it is clear. Now, ono out to you know, no neighbor born, no neighbor suffer the consequences of a fan beer. Or ye ignorant. Sabi, a genuine from kakra. I don't know, only entity be a wabasted your one more ben your mouth will be no jack on the apple. And Diana me yana cranny said, you saw a club in Pennyform Woma. They are defending such perpetrators. And to be very honest, I was very disappointed in the account that the PRO of Royal United gave us the other day.
Rafik.
Me personally. Obia betimenyan, but me, I was very disappointed.
Oh, quite bad so.
What did they I was very, I don't know who's a nipa no share white no what two coin.
Said they tried to fish him out.
It's nipa no share white no what two coin when you chroma say. That means you are telling us that the video is doctored. It's Adena here in Hollywood. Sabi you heard chef movie. And you to chef on the chef for abegina na chef for two ade na edit.
Messiah, Obejina Sona, Yakwamano so Akwakudim Komo Aba, Yene Malik Jabel, any and Komo concerning the Black Stars of Ghana so far, preparation or more year, any AFCON a day Numa and Chebabe Shas. Mickey Malik Jabel Abahman so in Komo.
Okay, so Yene Asante Koroko legend Bakope na Ghana, Yasu Yedi, Ewo football mu, Malik Jabel, entry and Komo. Ewo Sompa TV na fe Sompa 93.1 FM minim se bibia de demu dia and ye kanja de gum Malik good morning. Enti ye hwe na yatoto nneoma luta. O de kurekurem kakra. Aha na ye hwe ntoto nneoma exactly.
Onyama so dem Isaiah to asoma me.
Now, how do you need to have an issue of somebody? What I don't hear you. Only a chill.
Oh yeah. That be.
Supporters of hard, yes, I'm your money now. Lutomu to quine. Omejina Fakosa. It's to help each and every situation to make Sanoma way say this my everything. And now Mike Cassady said, oh, I can't the manifesto no more. It's Shemu say, San NBC was stadium now.
Hello.
I was so much fishing out in Papono.
Okay.
And one no man letter. And I'm actually be a police station by one of my more funny court. On them say be a weekend, and over the Monday they are processing it to court.
Okay.
And you're processing now fast track, papa, near you know, look at the assembly. They say now, me say, I'm promising you today, nobody will be handed over to the police.
Sir.
Luther.
Upon sir.
Me say, nobody will be handed to the police.
Upon sir, executive council, this we are banner.
Nobody will be handed to the police. Omun you be an fane mama and chubia. Out to you best of us anyway. You be out to you enough a Tamale Sports Stadium. Near Naba Brancasi. No, Baby see a kind. Say, a banner one and Baba Brancasi. Your banner was straight to Baba Brancasi rubber ball games. See a buyer, rubber ball games. It's the people know a perpetrator who was a white shirt. I mean, the panel here also original on the media stand.
Yeah.
Original swan or say out to you, Jesse. Okuta, dear, not to 2 years, and say, now. Luther, Enkusiaga. Maybe when we start talking points, class will be serious in making sure somebody provides sample for. And they say, and also let me say the political and geographical stand of Red Family United. The punishments are quite different. We need equality. You see, let me not even use the word equality.
Oh, we don't have. I am. All right.
Okay, Messiah, so ma'am Samanyanti said Johnny Abaman, so Malik Jabe, Yanin Komo, Mickey. And
Luther, your legend Precope, Malik Jabe, Anna, Yanino, air to train Komo, Ewo, Jumedian, so not Nina Nijna, Ghana, Ahoboya ahead of AFCON 2023. Na Afeya, as I see a chance to say, you bet me, Aji, and I ain't mean J, and as a sign a tournament in Ankasano, Ebeko, Ediama, and T. Legend, good morning.
Good morning.
Nyamiadom Bibia Kama. Now, where?
Nyamiadom.
Whether a fro and nano pay, not just a year, that was a swag penny, and a year to train Comoni Nanijna. Ghana is senior national football team, the Black Stars of Ghana. And Comoni Nana say, Ye Baba and Wako AFCON 2023. Na Enyoma Bebre CC before the tournament in the crab Abeshas, Didi Kind, yet the squad Ababe Tuja, ama 27-man squad. Menim Swenya Quine Ashimua na Washimusua. Then I'll be Candia Fat Timwa na squad I de tournament. No,
David, almost a minimum boy. Young boys are so won't follow up the international games. Don't want to talk personal because minimum.
Okay. Now,
but what I know is that before a come game, Mr. Imambwa Mabobe 4-5.
Okay.
Until if I'm talking about it now, it means I know what I'm talking. One, I tell you, so preparation and measure up to leveler, you'll be in problems.
Okay.
But so preparation should be, yeah. I tell you, whether you use whatever you play, the type of player you use, still every year. In terms of, we find it very difficult to compare.
Okay.
One, your time, let's say, Yet me, now your local players were always more than the outside. In Tiara, and more time to prepare. Yet me prepare at one place in Ghana, pay 2.5 months. And stand for camera, your ball game. No. But this year, they are outsiders more than the insiders. And only the major problem, the face here, you know how to solve it. But I know, say, once we keep trying these things, one day no, it will settle. But as of now, dear, it settle.
No, Oma Dawson. Na Oma Dawson inti ama yentimi nya team ne dodo na in terms of players no ewa ha Oma be campaign for a longer period on be training away. Na kasa ya ye kan e de defend the way ni say ya foreign based players ne ya dey say local based players no. Eno nti na nde Oma dodo Oma Dawson sen Oma bo ewo e Ghana hanom say ni minim.
But almost you endorse up to 11 now. And now 15 now. Consistent of 5-6 matches without problems. That is the case. Those from outside. You look at our assistant captain, Arsenal player in Afghanistan.
Thomas Partey.
Thomas Partey. He can play continuous matches for about 2, 3, 4. Meaning what can I'm sorry for it anyway. So, Dimitri, who was your case? Because we were more local players, and then we were always come together. Even the ball league, if I come, when I were on national team, right? Monday morning, yeah, the two right. But all this, any boy, I'm making consistent in Africa. They say they're young, into now just struggling to strike a deal that would be better for us to get the best out of every player. The one problem, no. Secondly, together, you eat together, you laugh, you joke, you sleep together, you everything. You see, by the time I'm over tournament, coordination, even players, much correct your own in certain ways. Coach, nimumpo. I know a more advantage in setting it than one coach is involved. So I know I'm problems, but I hope, sir, once one day we will stabilize. Things will be normal.
Okay. Now, you take a decision, say, you call South Africa, acquire training camp ahead of tournament, Na enoma dodwana no bekasa tiae. Ensesa ebae amande ye training ewo Ghana. Ghana preparation ye ene ahobo ye for the tournament. No uhu ne sen uhu se beboa asen South Africa de no. Na beboa kwan ben so.
Kwan one. I didn't know I was a South Africa. It's just to acclimatize. South Africa so ene suno kurato. Baby. But Ghana Sinun Tor, Cote d'Ivoire Sinun Tor. Osha Oka every day for TV. Weather forecast. Ghana Cote d'Ivoire 17%. Even under one Ghana is 17, Cote d'Ivoire is 17. Because we are in the same line. Okay, even look back. The last AFCON. Yabobon were Cameroon, but or Dubai, Qatar, I don't know where. I didn't resort in my mind. We couldn't even beat one team. The weather in Qatar or is it Dubai, I don't know where. It wasn't like that of Cameroon. This is better. The Omar system is will be more effective for us than have gone anywhere, whether South Africa or anywhere. I support their new.
Okay. Now, training ne ahoboa hodo a team ne ye no. O ma hye se enya de omo penesoma echitafo na ba abehwe bi ana omo ba betai team nechi. Nemom akwenya beba wa bra Ghana ye bo friendly match back one. Eno ye bo wo omamu ha nti omo bebie akwenya ne de ato omo dodo na ba na omo aba behwe team ne no omo timi ehira omo ansa na omo tournament ne no na dodo na so suggest say Blasters abakuma senko ade na club ya Asante Kodokobo boko ne so wa hanko ade anka omumbo final match be between Blasters ni Asante Kodoko na afei no anka Kumase ma Asante man ne Ghana man na nkambom na afei omfa insurance team nechi minim baby awugina was asem we
That would have been naturally lovely. And that would have been in the right perspective. Even in our souls, we have to pray for the team. If a spectator watches the training, what effect will that give to the team? What if the only thing now that deprives people from watching training is sometimes there will be those who are sports, who are scouts, who can read the game and whatnot. Will also pretend to be a member, a citizen, will come and sit down and see what you are doing, then he will send a report. That is the only reason why they don't want people to come in. If you go abroad, sometimes people will pretend to be cleaners before they get a chance to go and watch the training of another team. But if they catch you, you go to court. Because technically, you can always see something and report, and then they can plan it. What you here? At the end, Ghana Hayang Sadnyamayum Fire Hukra. I tell you, Sanka Muma, Quima, Kumasu for watch it or more trainings, and more encouragement, or more Coco d'Ivoire. The same enthusiasm or Mobanya Wahano. Same thing or Mobayama. Uncle Musa Kasa and Comuno Kotocombo, a friendly match. They ask before they go, any Uncle Musa say, Assembly. The score line wouldn't matter. It's just to help the two coaches. That's all. Technically, that's the issue.
Na yendi tournament na nkasa ho nkomo last edition sa Ghana akono enko ye ana be sure say story na we on the wow ya we say e free 82 adeba enya de Ghana etumi ade AFCON trophy ni bi minim last edition na ye koye no unya kwan hwe bi wenya one or two things about the team abepese besesa say Ghana be court na tournament we akoye di amaya then was say esesa e we ye ball na ye ball na nkasa ho
Because think change the course. Sometimes we see, sir, even watch the European games. Any of the European games, I watch West Ham Arsenal.
Yeah, Arsenal. How many boy?
Look at just remember. Look at that match. Arsenal, yeah. A time very, very slow. West Ham garbage, people, how do you beat them around the 8? They are 18 to score. It's difficult. But into trade different. Your defensive part and your preparatory part and then and attack part. So when you are back into the middle, then everything should be in the speed for running with them. What you need to run the pass back one, what cause the problem? Among. But the Ghana teams, ya ba, Ubonsa, a chirono, Yabatu Yabo, Yaba into the middle, and so still, Yabatu Yabo, Aya, Yabako into the 18 and so no running. If you don't run with the defender, how do you break him down? So that's what we see. We see that we take our time in all those three zones, instead of making the good use of the attack and attack, run. Most of our people don't run with the ball.
Johnny, what born, what bobby, and our boko when him was also a coach when him. And you say a player no problem, and I say a coaching problem. Sadia we are okay.
Coaching problem. And the player and a coaching home. Actually, player but you have which say, Mahuse, what should we do? Yes, I know a woman. The player, yes, don't throw him out. Let's look at it practically and see. And then tell him, maybe you are right, my son. Thank you very much. And you're right, is what explain to him why you the coach think it won't be right because of this and that. Honestly, maybe I also think no one fan come. And coach in there, it's a very dramatic thing. I was say who pamper players to do what you want. I was say pamper players to do what. Pamper. Look, in my coaching experience, I can give you an example. Cairo, they are one of the best teams in Africa.
And they are Lali.
Ali. You know, Muba. I had Yaya Kasum, who is a crazy boy, and Safu James, a crazy guy. That's why I used to put them. Those good players now move on, they break them down. So each time we meet them, they are in trouble. Between many boys, we man, they are involved with the other players. You know, hey, you see this number, don't allow him to play. Hey, Yaya, don't allow this guy to play. Hey, big problem for them. This is the kind of thing I always said for a coach and a player. I'm not saying I'm the best, no. This is coaching technique. So, what do you our players should take on players in the 18. Check on them. If you are slow, people will cover. If you like foreign players, or would you ball no where your goal area, your former back in the middle. Look at the way the rest run towards the opponent's goal. Counter attack. Do we do that? No, we don't. We must ask the coach to work more. Doesn't matter whether it's a local coach or player or foreign player. Common thing now.
Now, your court tournament we were bra, your team are rekono in terms of tournament experience. Do na nibi among AFCON nibi da. Impo coach or no diano and ye Chris Hutton. Or also enya kwenya emfa Ghana court tournament be ampo than AFCON no krawa kobi. Sa inexperience we no say ade e bedi enyana.
But by all means, naturally yes. But the case in itself, enemy give some freedom to play, and then take on play. Just look at the team before I will be team or no babono. From here, it means fair and embassy of country be I ever corner. Or maybe try matches our team nabo until we start looking at it from here before we go. Almost we are now, I don't know. You must see your opponents before you face them. Boxing say, let the one look at one here first. The partner what is good at and what is not good at. And so in football, it's the same. It's the same. My opponents. Your coach, Tim Bifri, Cairo, Minnesota Ibrahim, one word. I tell you, and I do not in Cairo, and that the whole night, I watched the games we analyzed before the break. Yes, before we win. Or you say number 10 be on or the last pass Biaba. So we have to stop him.
Where yedi avian komono na Ghana tournament say adia obia or expectations of the team in him. Then I hear him say Ghana team ne betimi aye. Ye encourage trophy na ye then I hear him.
Hey, how many times did I am much come yeah, Ambasso? How many? But the truth is that let me give you one simple, clear example. In Ghana, this year league. Over to they are compared last 5 league matches. Over to me, they are compared.
Sir, this year, born a year bow your league in him no.
League in him, and then how obsessed they won't even fight any team for Ghana. Smaller teams share bigger team. And why? I didn't know.
It's a born no Danny.
And one thing is because of the preseason. That is one aspect. It's for every game. Important preparation for AFCON is the most important in it. If you don't train at the level you are going to meet, you can't do a thing. It doesn't matter what that caliber of players you use. That fact. I want to see who can tell me it's wrong. If you don't prepare, a meal for the family. Which is a good I could talk tomatoes, Nadua, pepper, and Yamatin. About the future, I know Apoto by the time I be a baby, a very palate. No, they are pursuing him. That preparation, no one was a year and would be an obedient. Why your preparation be for any game, forget it and come.
Johnny, you better say, and none pay, and we name the only ache. Ewo, a Ghana team no na AFCON no so, yeah, you better say, be na inti sanity. Luther, we name Swire Crowd there, and yes, some more home na. Yeah, Yantwaso. Okay, you better Asaribo say Okoye and Malik Jabe Kudin come joining Sembe Bruno Maka, ye die a wamba, ye bar, your Black Stars in somehow dry, ye besign Eddie Atwaso, dear mamma, ye buy CIES.
This is Sompa Sports. This is Sompa Sports. This is Sompa Sports. This is Sompa Sports. This is Sompa Sports.
konya so de broye die ho kwaje aboafo nkra to kakra de broye to so na nsama odo a ya boaboa no e wa fisem ne de abra na a lot of messages and afa Facebook aba ana ojo or say the historian has sparked John Sompa and learn more fire Papa Poku Eric Oponwajman Kudus don't want to play for Ghana and Ankama Vasco I'm watching you live from Brekum Power Filling Station. More fire. I extend my greetings to my manager Divine and my working mate Felicity. Nedio Diabano upon Dominic. Or say looking for the ultimate sports experience. Look no further than some passports. The best in the game. Dominic Yeda say. Nana Boachikase was watching live from Takwa. Much love to you all. Nana Nyamishrapa, Yabua Prince, or say good morning some passports. In fact, Atapoku is a magician in sports. And court Ahenka and Sompa been active blessed. But speak more NDC, okay, as it is. Okay, and okay, ate. Ella, we so say the Kisha Nicola, fantastic Asaribodu education. Asaribodu Dase, Honorable Harika Francis. Good morning. Nedia or de Baye no and Ordino Isaac Adu or say watching you live inside Bekwai. And Nedia Efi Ebaye and Nana Hampo. Good morning to you all watching live at Ayeduase and Piaga. I'm enjoying the show live from Achim Asafo and Max. Say more fire. Greetings to you all. Ade Pena from Asin Dompim and Anidi Free. Godwin Buama, you guys are the best in the country. Be proud. Yeah, that's a power. Lovely. Bye. I want to ask a question here, please. Enzo Fernandez has spent a year in Chelsea so far. I want to know his start. Okay, Yate. And Kisha Nicola. Or say Ata Poku is the greatest sports journalist in Africa. Hey. Yeah, that's a pa. Or you both watching from Nirebe, watching you live. Ghanaians are solidly behind the Black Stars. Or say Black Stars, greetings to lawyer Vincent, Frimpong Manu, incoming MP Kwadaso, or you both watching and a day aba. Fifi Kofi. So say why talking like okay what the message okay Jama Rodrigo I love some passports ne dear no and Nana Ekua is a very good opportunity and I believe you will love this contract okay ne dear Burma Uswan so Liverpool has a hand in Latvia situation ask Atapuku. There's Liverpool for any movie. A lot of messages now, but prepare say dia kanyina fro e de amamo. Nemo Atapuku atnas ye de some kakra be go nemo maminitwa e kakra we emfa emamo na minyim fro ni nyina say Royal Foam Ghana Limited for ND eye nepa aba. No mo se enka ncho say open mattress papa so da eno an say odu ani e be kire omo asoye omo ND Royal Foam mattress aba so e carpentani se dwuma de bia Dibia, open mattress, Edian, and on so do any betchim, or Royal Foam Ghana Limited, now or more mattress, no sakabi, a mattress at density, no, I was so pass, also, Anna, Jumadia Bia Dibia, no bonus for more sizes outdoor, say a double, say a year 1.5, say a year dealing no power, one sa ebetimia cable, more soccer mampon, and on factory, no, a war, betima from 0202 27 1000, Royal Foam, rest assured, found bomb. Bia eso enye kama emfama na yenwura mni emfa nsema odwa yensa kanwo enwa MTN FA Cup games ni bi etimi totwa na resource by ni say ne city eno pema e kasagu etena fema Kerala United eso mo ekanuma omo te ekanu baako Brekum City etena fema Bofa Kwata no eso shomo eka baako nso Atreman FC etena fe eshe Victory Club Warriors eka baako a omo antimi ante ene games ebe basono ebi enie Wa Power FC ni Real Tamale United saso ena uramu a yo Brekum Chelsea ni Balfour Soccer Academy Park Academy Bechem United, Namoro FC, and Aquaboso Young Madrid, and Bebiani Gold Stars, and Asante Kotokobesia Echina, Soccer Intellectuals, and Fijai Soccer Academy, Elmina Sharks, and Swadro All Blacks, Sky FC Mediama, Nania FC Great Olympics, Kofodia Sushen, and Legon Cities, Accra Electric FC, and Hawaii United, Heart of Lions, and Dreams, name of Dreams, and Subribiba about the winner, Ebesha Accra Heart of Lions, and a Kofodia Sompa fee for any fishing FC and a Ebesia. Na eno edietia ye de emamo ewo dwumadie no eso eno no na urama the Black Stars team no onso mo kuma se omo prepare na enura ni nyina no se omo prepare for AFCON beto 26 players etumi ebepie mu ewo gym omo ebeye training kakra o Metro Gym ewo Anglaga Junction Kumase na omo ebabeye training kakra o gym na after gym no omo ekokoye a bit of a bottle flipping na so omo ko flip bottle said omo ye no o the bottle no esi one so omo flip na bia ko na players omo take part no after gym no Joseph Pencil, Osman Bukari, Majid Ashmeru, Lawrence Atizigi na Ali Dusedu and itimi ye man ye feye kama pa and no edie down on mama sha sem free atapokuo na nsama odwa ye di agu from ade of the Black Stars about it.
So by na gym ni bi ni odi a na si menye ba bia anko gym. What I say, Metro Gym no see kese a oba obetimi aye e na Anwaga Junction ufi onum na so ufi Anwaga Junction na okon hyan so a e kwan wa sa nipa ko yo mo kasa se yetutu kwan no omo tutu kwan omo ndi traffic so ye de Ghana soldier farm omo e ne asa mo dispatch rider Kobobo Malik Jabemo ehino mo ye camped bo AFCON no munipa ba ko mo kwana Ghana Premier League no Jonathan Sowa so Kobobo Abrankasi against Nations FC eya otna dem
but yentimi fe no come
debut the idea that the situation is dire is not true.
But and uncle ebe omo gym no aya Anwaga Junction and different
and then no man ko training ansa na omo ba jibo
no omo aloga omo akoye gym this is the senior national football team
exceptional omo pehin
exceptional event e ma omo
because omo pehin omo pehin
sumu so omo nkape wa ha momo koye o maji
pehin
because coach no
what you see ka kotena kata went man ye wi ama komoros ni asho wa be gina ha be kasa be bia me bobo wo ya de o modern moti say sika wa mini no sa premier u mini Ghana sika ni a chirebe ya u mini sika u mini sika sa official Black Stars official Black Stars official Black Stars $80 million appearance fee and then they say and na media minya ba bi training and na minya jimenko Metro Gym no mo kwa na de bi ni won be say ye ni wo enye ni wo obi private stadium wako obi private gym na ntimi ko Mr.
enti omu a be ka se gona the place no omu be sa no ma bia no court they couldn't achieve the year pen no and then some are new e was the system and and we are aiming say ya call air title and as a profit drought I was say ko bibi enta den yem pe ba be convenient for the players
Mr. Efri na kosi February 11 nyame ya adomo a ye de nhihye ni abegu akwam na referee wa bona ben P Felix Fofobuani Stadium etie for agroni ni abere ye no o ka wi say ye koje cap wi enye wi ti say wi a yimi free matamin ka ho
enti Ghana yentime nye
oh yimi free we are not
yanka favorite
yanka ho oh nyam ye de ne si nyame ya adomo ye beje cap yanka se ye kobo ase we mo de mo we
for us and give tua coach ka
oh ye tua coach ka from 82 ye ntua good but the reality is that from 2008 our Ghana to 2019 or Gabon ya nya de cry semi final ye ball final me no sa Black Stars e ko ba bia he sa 2015 na ye ball final na ye share J afọ no 1-0 bi no asamoja no the hospital malaria o okay and ye passing the fit so de nya we kakra Black Stars system na pia kan na ba akokra na Ghana for OGD oh yeah and now OGD bi o team no Good. So let's accept it. Say we are they didn't call default settings. Factory settings. Yenye ne basa. Say blasters ba ye na baby omo dane they show for akogua. Me nka meka wasem. Say blasters ba ye no munya pack enye su training a. Me meka wasem.
No munya bi.
Say blasters ba ye no ene ye say omunya gym be training here. Me nka meka wasem. Na ye no one say na me. Say eno blasters ahye da hwanyame anum. Akotwa soldier for no omudi omanim no. Eni mfuturo wa putuoja. Now, we are telling you people. Ghana for now, these people must be really, really careful. Born on Boma Ghana for. Wow, Black Stars camp for Nicolas Opoku. Ono now for the don't tell me more born uncle. Wow, why are you doing so more Black Stars? No, go. No, you tell me I any touch or do.
Give your mensa. Richmond.
Yeah, show me touch or
Majid Asimeru. Na Salis Medina Hona no Diagonal.
Oh, dying.
This is what and you're sentimental.
When you're sentimental,
these are players who are investment from their respective clubs.
These are players who only play for those clubs to that opportunity here.
Player now one.
Someone here they can reform.
Emmanuel Maye mana ana ball no bache. Yent mean to say and to give them anything at all.
The more anything.
Let us not be sentimental about this.
Nobody's being sentimental.
We are not giving them everything.
We are giving them
one by one.
Yeah, my blasters players know everything.
We've given them something.
Maybe player or kwakoye training. A player on Namso Krano. And you're quite papa.
Yes, Christo.
You can't compare that to the ordinary citizen. On mobile. Yetian Obien who bobo a professional player. Obien who ye insurance and nine, ye insurance and so bobo a tianica. And to play a Juma oye. Seme me quaye a Juma. A day a sikabegumi bottom, a Juma Bema Mensa Akomanoa. Make sure send your man that come was a dear Juman. Okay. Young fat player named Conco Femi and can't say in footro no so mutia put to just for movie. Omo mutia put to Jano, Omon Conco tournament. Ain't in a Ghana population in Nano. Ye in Kofukro a Dionunson. So where no Munko Nagana anymore. And to your mom just any treatment and Casa Fanasako. Under normal circumstances, ideally. Training na osanko be wa most team ember campi wo Kumasi ombe training obaya mo page no sabe ayesa de inwan ene eye cattle and mo rare wo so you don't make the training facility available and ready na mo baya e was so mo kope baby foforo koye training countries no mo ni o mo ko no obie ni ho awasafa this countries e ko AFCON no obie ni ho a de Ghana afem no
Shadrack hey Mr. P Sierra Leone for no now we pack Sierra Leone for no training also no let's descend Mr. Mira me pacho hey Sierra Leone for no debi hey
Sierra Leone bosso
hey and they over system for we Sierra Leone for your training
tournament ni no be am complaining
omo Gambia for omo nya dey everybody na mo
o dey here compare Sierra Leone dia memo bi antu nanum to nkase ntia team no because Sierra Leone team no masa enti omo ko ba ye ndidi omatem yes so omo bi aka say we mo ye funu for
investing on them station invest or more nation
if we want the best for our players let's give them the best
and to make you lack of training facilities now
it will affect the training program no can make
an excuse in case
or bed draw the training program even traveling distance or the training in ombe calculate now it plays a part. What do you mean? Because I deal with your money and your substance. Yeah, any pub money for the door.
Players na mu do say and mu do say and complain say distance no mo kono e affect o mo out.
Oh, try say player no be complain answer. Oh, try say player no be complain. Debi. Me no nyaje. Me no wo nyaje. Debi.
Michael Kasala.
E do person player no be complain answer.
Me patch up. akura mi ti o
asam okay wa kasa ye ode
akura mi ti
luta
o
o chance player ne be complain answer
Bas or medical training. Only the distance, no medical training. No. Normally, when the Black Stars travel outside the country, men person will be able to use the minute and the distance they travel as an excuse.
Okay.
Because me of our sometimes where the hotel or mother any baby are training in one and to be move. They still go and train. So the only concern you will raise, final more fast medical training, which is the road. Road no
come on. Inti be our better me about constituency. Not just a prime minister no adwuma na me be. Na yenya prime minister ni de obi anim say Dr. Baumia de ono no adi kan okone dwoma ama. Enti no mesrew. Because me forms no na me de ba no enti nya butre. Pe. Ti asem ni ye pa. Ketkre ko yi. Me ma boys ne nkasasa. Ye nyina ye se etawachi kobo AFCON na no be pa ye chew. Mr. Kreku. Kreku say ye nyina na ye ngintum na ye nta blasters e chi Kreku. Adenti na boys ne person mo koye bibisa. Kare oni omon kasa. Ene ye one. Your TV no so say album be asa alone for year training.
Omo yen we for the sake of
Omo yes Sierra Leone training no e Freetown. Freetown no e was Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone for na ko Freetown. Freetown no omo ye training. Sierra Leone ko ma produce player e friend say Mohamed Kalon ni mbo pa. E na wo hono ma na nse susu no. Oma kofa player for England or Liverpool ni ane Swansea ni or wa bebo bia ma Sierra Leone. Omo no mo ye training no. Ketkre ko anhwe ya, o play no players na mo be yes o mo ye ko primary school. Ye ka so mo mfa ye nko mo fie a, o mo so mo fie nya fenti no mo de akodwuna obi fie anim, say ha no mo te no. He, o si achi nya oda, e ho na atafre. Black Sheep. A mo from Black Stars. 2002 ye ko Mali, 21 years ago. Omo ye camping wo Winneba. E free ho ye nko tournament mo ntina kuruma da eye Dubai eye Qatar. He omo timi ko Spain na be bo AFCON. Eni omo. Why sika no mo de ko?
Oman no.
Na nte se ba na oti Abidjan kwanta wo ja chikwa no so no. Ono nam kwa no so wo andi de da you no mama kan na Ketkre boys bi ko ka se mo se mo bofu. Mo bumfu. Ne wa puta ma na fe no. Onchiri so odi bom. Ye won krani bi wo ha omuhuwe omugina nyame ani ho omuhu se blasters eba eni gi edition makoma mu no esesam bibia kwan na emonam su no ofri kumase nhyaye so no akọ ahodwo na about na wafa benkum no akosi asokwa interchange ya de akosi sio na no o ahwe ya obekọ samra boy o entinuke yesremo ye the blasters ba kumase se ne ba ya oman ne do ebe samba if is omo coffee sika kika nsema omo pekire ewie no he enim kra do so onfi omo biem omasa na enim onya ade no kra se masa na me ata na me ade no me na me ede
blasters no
so
ye de omo ba kumase
se omo be ni wa ha ye mpe wo yo ya bia
basically blasters e ba kumase no na omo first point of baby no be training
omo Baba Yara stadium
enti si enim se Baba Yara omba the condition no Senate
omoni madwuma no
me da CP
enti o ma say no
o stadium na ma say no mpacho one na ebo Africa o Baba Yara no
Dreams FC ni mediama
me pacho Dreams FC one dia
Moses Peka Ket
me pacho pi Aminu Shado no general manager no e dey
Dreams FC manager outside Blasters team manager
adenti na one kan kra hinti o mo say look me ye bobo park no zedi nsa park ne nye nti mo me mpes kan koma NSA phone muji sika monu
aban cars blasters
appearance fee akese
luta blasters
we na maza pa yen kanchima de omo ko
o man kase omo ba ha ba between you yen fan to your trim sir
hey yes no Henry Asante Chum na Kotra Joy Henry Asante Chum no oti Joy Henry Asante Chum si debi Henry Asante Chum say Ketkre kuni ni GFA no kasa omutie enti Ghana for kasa no omutie enti enye so obi say omo say Ketkre kuni the blasters
is it the FA's decision say ombeba kumase and say order from the government
me atameti hey former Black Stars defender bi and the see mu pampan call be there 29 Kuvado say look next year election year nkofu omo minister too much so udi omo chi di omo ko South Africa omo use omo di nipa 70 na eko ticket ba ko $1,000 saying
70,000
but the ha you bet me the hour I fly almost straight to Abidjan ukoye wani mbegu ase wo bese alusu
anti elections inti
ye ka sa wie ye na me ba ya me be kire mu no omu se gozi se twa ntro Henry Asante Twum and also got na joy and I Henry say and ye GF in na atena se tie Ghana for sufre and then the opa na obetina kem sa buy na do buy wa so na utie Ghana for sufre na aba Kumasi
Ghana for sufre na aba Ghana for no why they know my name e aban
good
Ghana 4% blasters be train wa ha aban e was how hwe say baby omo be train na ya dey yes na wa hye say yemra omo buy a won siesie na panyin ben na wo ye
good menye panyin papa miura unima sem bi aba esa sen eskosi sen na yeye wa ha no edi nkunim da u freedom akodwa abusu nia ye di nkunim na ye ni
we di aban awe
me da se
we aban awe
Ketokraku esa
di aban awe
only black stars
inya baby in training te se osikeni Kwame Chei na daroma
na no nya Ghana ni
o se dey
Kwame Chei no nya Ghana ni
Kwame Chei black stars e ne dia
me da se
it is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Sir, Kwame Chei na be sevi enti enya hwe.
Oye football administrator.
Okay, say Ketokraku. Ghana for muntie ye wura Ketokraku. Ye wura Ketokraku.
Aban no pete keke.
De na pete keke. Opesika mininti. Otibi koje ebosia $300,000. Edi betua qualification bonus. Emma Blasters coaches. Actually, is a walk up to Cadiba. They are called you a ministry.
Ghana and Nigeria.
Now, no need to move on.
Ghana and Nigeria. And then you ultimate mobile 1.7 million Ghana cedis. Abayache.
Ultimate mobile qualification bonus.
1.7 million Ghana cedis. $300,000.
Na
sikana bayaje free and away
Mickey
me say sikana bayaje free and away
Mickey me ba cho
onti mu 100,000 keke omo de be siesie page no abayaje ska
me ba cho ayo Sompa 93.1 FM sunie final lap and the air brought from the Heroes Park Kumasi Sports Stadium and ye dwumade ni nyina no say and the motive behind the outing no and say Sompa part of the offense Sompa ya ye hye say ye ne enuanom ye offense ye ma ya de hyɛ ye nyanka ebedidi abom no entina afia no ahia and the party kese a ye no Heroes Park no ye nam so ame de dwumade de aba ha na ni nyina for the sake of Ghana said the normal beko entina tapoku de nam ha na Michael Asaribodu eso de nam ha de ye hwese bibia eso ebetima akoye edi amamo eno edi ete no so a wo fia wo hwe dwumadi no wo so no de akonya wo follow wadwen kyerɛ ne bibia yɛ kono akoma be 3 minutes also fa bi so na yɛ nhwɛ na yɛ hwese be ma
I don't think any of the Black Stars players Black Star players na then be beka but this goes on a long run to show us omaya yewo when first we manage esikasem and I'm telling you for a fact say besine NSA for my year doing the qualification of Black Star games. And the scare ko nyina na for music and family wo mo. There is a need. Say also multimidi those amount of money need the bro no mo de year adwuma e wa ha. So ministry na tena say scan so and you expect say your Black Stars and prepare Okroma, you need to also give them better facilities. But no it doesn't mean the Black Stars can give us any excuse not to deliver. Me makwa brankesi stadium makwa kwhwe ne o ma wo ho. I have been there. I have seen things over there. It is enough to make sure somebody they are prepared for this particular competition. They have no excuse. Go to the gym, do their also way and give us the competition. The better performances are here. You can't come and give us any excuse in the long run. It's blast us here. We show good luck. We are sure say ready anymore. You better discuss about our games now.
And you Messiah and our and Cano as or de and Sempia to dra am a biasaya kama. Message will be the Abahano. Where a junior Sticky Dramsey was my mentor and Akumia is hey, it's like Akabenenza and Chichiku. Now I say it's like let's say you it's like Akabenenza and Chichiku. Okay, better. And so they were watching live from UK. Please, let's pray for them to do something better. Better there, also Edia Banano. Better Atiaji. Better. Ajenim Boati Michael. Was you are complaining about the road, but when you play at Babayara, you expect people to come from that area to watch you. And we are Ajenim Boati Michael there or de Abanono. We eno ya say Michael Saribodu bless our big boss. The hypocrisy is too much. ne dia ode aba eno no and or say Alfred Kwesi Amwa, tell that guy to be careful. Chese bosontwefo enye nipa. We have lived in this or say wisdom men or say they are going to chop Ghana money and food, bro. Wisdom men are from Spain. Don't mind them. Wisdom dia or dia banana. And Daud Yendi or say we should pick the local players. Say baby doing the one and they forsake them all. I would love to see Kwesi Nyantechi back. Okay, the foot
stadium no mbo bia o. Player na obo RTU no. Coach no oda wo man no. Onfa ne nsan kan obi a o. Enso ende ono na ye twe naso because asumesi ana obentin bi se onte ne ho asenti. Ende wa sori akodi akakabensem ana ode ne nsa akokeka ebinom amende eho asotwe no RTU eba eneso. Enti we eyekotre na akwa di ni moko. Ana poncheni tenchen yende ono na eti hu mfifiri entwe yie enti we no ebia akonya ne to me ye hwe nkomonim din ne ebisa ye ho se sosoampa kwaya ye faso a ye twe omo a omoko se act of hooliganism aso no eye ne kwan so a ne sa na se wose ye system luta me gina me nan so e ka se e wose ye hwe ne ye sisa kwan a ye faso etwe hooligans aso e de antia eye nipa ba ko mienu miense bi ena kodi sansemoni we omukodi nsemoni no sa nipa ba ko mienu miensa no omafo mo ho adi endo manyo muti atetim obi anya omohwe besi nne ye betro statement tenten ye betro releases ahodo de abeto ana ye ni police na ka bom se ye hwehwemu na omo a ye hu omo video nim no ye behwehwe omo ne ache omo ye che omo a ye ni omo ye de mra ne bedi se ne fata ne atwe omo so luta besinda ye hu hwe be free maba nsa nipa ye omo be koso aye ye sa nyome omo be nya sa motivation to do that because every time aye ne ni fear ye sa se ye di football chi ye hu se obi akobo obi asum ana obi di ade abo obi epra no e wo stadium ama ya jeli no Ghana hada ebinsi ye enti anytime bia bibi sa be koso a the perpetrators are left to go scot free no na more nana empower other people to also engage in such act. And as Shadrach here, ne ya Shadrach she, and to me enim na me tenchen no. Say me sema akoyebi. I know correct. Because oya na yan kan she no, and ya me so say me wo trimipobi ana me wo revenge eye mission bia to embark on against Shadrach. Met was na ma ye because obi anya obi ahwe. At the end of the day no, ye be no, not the individuals responsible for such act. Ye jo mo call free. Na clubs no, players no, coaches na omonya responsible no directly no mum no mo ho kire omo. Let's look at it again. Say a ban club from using a facility indefinitely because the supporters are kobu obia. One, say jitum say clubs in penifoni bi na ye omo share supporters ye chi omo pia omo yesa. Then how best can we punish our club in penifo way mo? The only thing football clubs and more kontokwa eye gidigidi no 3 points. Se kotoko fans beba ha be ye dede ana referee we sisi a eye 3 points intia. Enye dede no mo peye. Ni na enibra omani a esoko seja no eyesa obenya 3 points no at the end of the day yakase kodokosu wini yo enti referee anje penalty amaye ana referee anje penalty etiaye ana referee anje offside goal etiaye referee see ye goal ni offside no luta ni na enkombese ni na no eye the 3 points. So if club obe encourage say act of hooliganism e won a facility no say onim say ye be banning indefinitely hani bebre sa kopem se obeji atum se ode ne ho hye sa nyomanimu a and ye 3 points into 3 points na ye 10 no then emfaso bi amaso se wo club no obehye bi machi apia mo se and ye monkoti atua and ye monkoya akakabensem monkonkoye sei wo ho there be clubs ne besuro because at the end of the day onim se so koye sa de na oye at risk of losing 3 points na okohu na de na wo kwa kopre no se wo kopre ho no wan pre kwan paso a wo be lose points na wo be yebio onye. So aside say ye twi individuals aso which I support, let's also look at deduction of points for clubs or more encouraging acts of hooliganism, because club biano was said I was a educated to fans no only omokasa fans no utiminya a certain level of control over them sani ebeya nyoma bia omobeya ensem fata no omobejai na omaya nyoma ebe promote club ne positively. If club now fans esa nyoma we it means you have failed or reneged in your responsibilities. When to me am fans no under suban pedi until you need to suffer. The best way for clubs to suffer is to lose point. And dealing with individuals and deduction of points should be foremost in terms of sanctions, no. And Sakran Yababa Jane say a banner venue because venue in the club Nanyane dia. Aliu Mahama Stadium and ya RTU dia. Kotoko Babo Babayara and Yane dia. Say a facility na Yane dia. And you're different. So let's really review sanctions here, the mark clubs, and your more supporters, and then we will start having a different discussion about Sanyo Manyama when Kobazo, Yabanyo indefinite, Yamu use home venue, or about 2-3 matches, or Besanswa Kobak, or Kobaka, and you're the same at the comment. Sanyo Maya Kosui, a bet was an Akososa.
Meda say Michael Asaribodu and our ten and Kano. Na ekwane wasa de ekwana waboboano ene be wi ha na breme ekwan ama ene final lab dwumadi no ye DSC ye bedo obi bia say wote Collins Atapokunka Michael Asaribodu watenenka Michael Akomia sports messiah wotenenka midin Edilutak in the chief producer ene Jeffrey Asare the apostle ono na osaye coordinator ewo ne eventa yesan emu na okwa production ye nas ene Ricardo Varas ene boabo adwumadi anoma ye de brokwa MCR na se omrante do na ho Shadrack ewo saso na buzi wo ho anim ena dollar mine school fees omunyina aboa eme de dwumadi no e de bra ye do biase ye de dwumadi ni si adomdom na se tinkom na se Yesu ama ye be se echa na mo menyi u TV no ena radio no menyi mfiri Sompa efisa Sompa we ema akatua pa saso na yegusu a ye Heroes Park a ye dwumadie no enyanka for party no ye no mo ebedidi ye no mo besa ye no mo ebesere wo fi a brabeke honye for do ema odomu saso na ketewa bi enso a wo de enkoye afi wado ye no ye ne sei fa o kakra bra na fa bebola bibia nye kama ye do bibia se ye de dwumadie na si yakra